Now to hitting.
Well, hello, and welcome to tonight's episode of Loot, Die, Repeat, where a bunch of us negligent role players...
Solar killers.
Who just kind of stay out in the open to be swarmed by fish creatures. Sit around.
It's true.
We roll dice, we do a lot of laughing at each other, and do some collaborative storytelling known as Dungeons & Dragons. And we are excited for you to be here on this little journey with us as we tell a story that we hope is engaging with you. We are unfortunately missing several of our players tonight. We're missing our ranger and our druid and our warlock. Although when you have fewer players, it does make things go a little bit more smoothly. We also have our monk who is currently deceased, and we will be trying to resurrect her post-haste. Maybe. We'll see.
Pretty good
See how the dice roll on that. You can, of course, be a part of the game by affecting the outcome of things and by giving us your preference as to how the game is played. Be active in the chat, first and foremost. Let us know what you think we should do. We will certainly pay attention to that. But also, you can purchase advantage for the players. And so for 100 bits, you can purchase advantage for any of the individuals. Just name them and throw out the 100 bits, and they have advantage. You also, of course, can purchase advantage.
I'm sorry, I can't stop it!
That's why you're dead.
Go!
You mute your phone, old lady.
My case is broken, so it takes a while to just get it to mute.
Question.
Just
Have you
break it.
thought of taking your phone out of the case?
Yes, but then I'm gonna drop it in 3 seconds later. My phone will be broken, and instead of buying a $20 thing,
I don't really know how to use it anyway, so...
I'm great at
Carry
it.
on, Matt.
Sorry.
It's okay. You know, these are first world problems that we have. And we would love for you to purchase advantage for any of the players. You can also purchase disadvantage for me, for the DM, for 500 bits. And newly introduced this week, you can purchase advantage for everyone all at the same time for the discounted rate of 777 bits. So for 777, you purchase advantage for everyone in the room.
Seems worth
Sweet!
Perfection.
Including the DM.
Including the DM.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is a discount and a half.
Don't do that at all.
Well, that's true. You could just buy for 100 bits advantage for everyone and spend more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Or
23
you
bits
could
more.
spend.
No,
I'd
it
rather
would
spend
be
the 800.
Mylandra
for the 8
and
of us.
Rygar and Zeus and Melcy would be
Oh,
included in
Zeus
that.
too. Ooh.
They don't need it this session.
This is true. But we're introducing this going forward for when they are here. Instead of spending 1,000, you can spend 777 for everyone.
You're a tricksy hobbit with that.
Yes, tricksy. We also have a bunch of commands in the chat. You can type in exclamation point commands and see what all those things are. Also, starting next week, we are going to begin doing our giveaways. And we're going to have a weekly giveaway as well as monthly giveaways. We're going to be giving away miniatures and lots of other cool things. And so for every number of subs we get, we'll do more giveaways. And so if we get 10 subs next week, then we will give away 2 miniatures to 2 people in the chat. And we will explain how that works next time. And the more subs we get, the more giveaways we do. And so that's a great thing. And then we're going to have a monthly goal as well. And we'll give away big, cool stuff.
And it's Hoagie Fest right now, so subs are kind of cheap. If you want to just get them delivered, it would not be a bad idea.
You can do that. Yeah. Grinders work too. Hoagies. Yeah. Anyway, so we would love for you to participate with us and get some free stuff. Who doesn't love free stuff, right? All right. Well, I think that is everything. Of course, if you missed any past episodes, you can go on YouTube and watch them all there. And we would certainly appreciate if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And of course, follow us here on Twitch, or if you are so kind, subscribe. You can use your free Amazon Prime subscription or just perhaps a normal subscription. We really appreciate that. All right. Well, with all of that said, let us jump into tonight's episode of Loot, Die, Repeat.
Ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum.
And we begin with our recap. It is the end of the month of Kythorn, which is akin to our June. And our party of adventurers has rooted through their basement, unleashed a darkness on the world, well done guys, and now traveled to the harbor to investigate the commotion that they were told to seek out by Vajra Safar, the leader of the Greyhands, the Archmage of Waterdeep. And so they went to the harbor and they dove beneath the waves thanks to Vincent's breathe water spell. And they encountered several different enemies. The common bunyips they took out with ease in the first encounter, but as they explored the ruins in the depths of the harbor, they found a creature buried with stone. And upon further investigation, they discovered a bronze dragon that had the ruins collapse upon him. Seeking to free the dragon, the party encountered the guardian behemoth, a giant creature that sought to swallow them whole. And in the midst of that battle, more bunyips swarmed in and attacked the party. And though the heroic efforts of our adventurers were able to free the bronze dragon, kill the behemoth, and take care of the bunyips, it was not without cost. And unfortunately, our Sun Soul monk, Sola, found herself swarmed and eaten alive by the bunyips before her body could ultimately be salvaged by Felgalas, the bronze dragon. And so, saddened by the loss of Sola, the party returned to the shore, struck a deal with Felgalas that they would trade him her sparkly, radiant moon sword in exchange for a gem that would be valuable enough to purchase an attempt to resurrect her. And so, having returned to their home in the North Ward, the Spirit Within, the party is about to head to bed as they await Felgalas's return with the gem, so they can travel to the Temple of Light and hope that Lightkeeper Nye is able to bring Sola back. And it is here that we begin tonight's episode. So, as we begin, are there any conversations that you wish to have before you go to bed, as you have Sola's body there strewn across the tavern bar, dressed and waiting to be taken to the Temple of Light?
Does anyone mind if I take some of her blood?
I might need it.
I do mind.
Why?
When will your bloodlust end?
It's not bloodlust. It helps me track ourselves. So if we ever get separated again, I'll know where she is.
She's right
You
here.
want to track the corpse.
Why don't you wait till, and if, she comes back to life? Instead of just sucking blood out of her, you vampire.
I mean, she's already bleeding.
Just do me this favor.
Okay.
What could we have done differently?
Well, she could have hidden the illusion we created. But you know Sola. Why
I
do it her
don't
way?
know what you're talking about. I was inside a gullet.
Oh, well, Morty over here created an illusion to help us lift rocks. We did a terrible job.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the strongest member of our group decided to stop taking the rocks off the pile.
To his credit, he got eaten by a monster.
Yeah?
And survived, unlike this one. We are her only friends. Her first and only friends.
Yeah, and probably last.
We have to bring her back.
I mean, is that
We
what
brought
she-
you back. We brought you
technically,
back.
We failed at bringing him back.
Well, that's true.
But we did try.
Yeah, I mean, let's think about this from a monetary standpoint.
This gem must be rather expensive, I would imagine.
When is he coming? Tomorrow?
Who's he? Douglas? Yeah, tomorrow morning.
Let's sleep on it.
On the gem?
On the gem?
No, and just sleep on the thoughts of it. In the morning, before the gem arrives, we have to make a decision because the gem could sway a few of us.
I have no idea what you are talking about.
He's already swayed.
I am already swayed.
As I see it, there's no decision. It's already made for us.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm just playing.
We're going to keep the gem.
Amen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am kidding.
So, can we long rest
You
now?
were her closest friend. So.
She is the only one that saw the good in me. So if I can come back, I
She
believe
had to look
she should
damn
as well.
hard too.
Yeah.
That's coming from me. All right, DM.
So you conclude your conversation, which isn't really considering not seeking to resurrect her. It's more like the
Playing with the idea.
playing with the idea. You take a long rest. You all are back to full health. And you wake up the next morning. It is a bright, sunshiny day. And you await the return of Felgalos, the bronze dragon. He said he would be there as quickly as he could in his halfling form. As you know, he is a bit of a shapeshifter. And so you wait his return, and as you're waiting, do you wish to do anything?
I would go to the apothecary around the corner.
Okay, so you go, it's on the same street. You don't you obviously wish to miss Felgalos, but it's just a quick jaunt. What are you purchasing there?
I just want to buy some more vials.
Okay, so for how many vials do you want to
What do they cost?
buy? If you're buying them in bulk, I would say it's 5 silver per vial.
Okay.
So for 10, you could buy. I'm sorry, for 5 gold, you could buy 5. For 5 gold, you could buy 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll do that.
Okay. So you buy 10 vials, empty vials with the stopper as well. They're about yay big, cylindrical, and they're meant to be used for storing alchemical ingredients, etc., blood, if you will. And you have those 10 vials.
Did we have an approximate time of this happening's arrival?
He didn't say.
He said he would get there as quickly as he could.
So it's decided then. We'll
Yeah.
save her.
I mean, unless we could fetch an unreasonable sum.
Well, I will be praying to Tyr in my quiet place until we head over.
All right. Anything else? Anyone else want to talk about what the hell we just did down there?
Nope. Success.
Success, yet obviously it was not a success. The success would be all of us making it out alive.
There will be justice. Don't worry.
Yeah,
We already killed the behemoth. Justice is served.
that's true. We could now, I do have a vial of its blood. We could go open the portal in Waterdeep.
That would probably be very advantageous for us.
Yeah. Probably have to wait for this halfling, but maybe after. Is anyone working on our roof still?
They have come and are working the day. They're continuing on the roof, as well as other portions of the house. As the morning comes, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, there is plenty of commotion going on around your home. And around...
I don't think I bought stuff from Mindspike to learn that. Do you remember? I don't think I did.
Okay, so you would need to buy... That's a level 2 spell?
Let me check. divination though, so it's half off
Correct.
plus the extra discount.
Right.
Did you give me a discount on those vials?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the bulk purchase. So as you're checking that, you hear a knock on the door in the midst of all the other commotion. Level 2, so it'd be 100 gold, 50, and then 10% off. So it'd be 40 gold to buy the necessary inks for that.
Knock on the door?
Yep.
I asked Freddie to open it.
It is opened.
Sweet. That'll never get old. That's awesome. Thank you, Freddie.
And they're standing, filling a very small portion of the entryway as a small halfling. Rusty, dusty blonde hair, a white shirt, kind of open collar, with shaggy pants, almost like he was marauded on a desert island. Very tan, bronze skin, and a little halfling sees you and has a little pouch on his side. Walks in, he says, "Well, now, howdy. Looks like I found the right place then. How y'all doing after a night's rest?"
I feel great.
Yeah, me too.
Fortunate.
Yeah.
Her not so much.
No. She's missing her right hand.
Yeah, I see that.
It's pretty bad.
Guts a bit tatted.
Yeah.
Oh well. I brought you the gem, and he takes it out, and it is the size of a large grape, and about the same color as a green grape as well. It's kind of an interesting mix of color, not quite turquoise, almost sea foam, and it is already cut. And he gives it to you, and he says, "This is a special aquamarine, my own finding and my own fixing. This will fetch you about 2,000 gold at market. Should be plenty to procure the necessary diamonds to revive her, or at least attempt to.
Okay.
Here you go."
Thank you. 2,000 gold. Did everyone hear that?
I did.
How do we feel about that? Still good?
The
Okay.
Same.
All right.
I feel torn.
Would you like me to go with you to the temple?
I was going to ask you, does it make more sense to exchange it for the necessary diamonds and then go to the temple, or could we go right to the temple and hope they have enough?
You can take it right to the temple, I'm sure.
Okay. Does anyone else have a problem with that? All right, I guess we're going to the temple.
All right, well, I'll be seeing you around,
You can come.
unless you have any other questions. I mean, I'll walk with you there.
Yeah, let's walk and talk.
Okay, so you guys all start walking. The four of you go. Rygar kind of hangs back, feeling unsettled, along with Mylandra, wanting to make sure that the house is secured.
I didn't offer him a friendship request. That's the real reason he isn't
Amen.
coming.
Yeah.
I suppose I'm carrying her.
Yeah. I'm not. It's icky. She's all
Okay.
bloody.
So hold
It's
you.
all bloody.
And I can't have any of it, so what's the point?
Yeah.
So hold you are gently carrying her lifeless form as her body is draped in a respectable funeral type of wrap, and you bring her to the Temple of Light, and you arrive on your way. Any conversation you're having with Felgalos?
Felgalos, how did you become trapped? What were you actually doing there?
Well, as I said yesterday, I was exploring the ruins, heard rumors of the ruins under the water, and wanted to see it for myself. I'm a rather curious sort, and so unfortunately encountered the behemoth, and the ruins caved in on me. knocked him in on me, you know.
What type of rumors did you hear about these the ruins that intrigued you so much?
Well, just that there were ruins. And I always like to do some exploring, and seeing what I can find and learn, you know. Curiosity never killed a dragon, just a cat.
Can I insight him?
Sure.
Well, it's like a 24, sorry.
So his
21.
eyes were a little shifty and evasive when he was answering part of that question. So you get the sense that there's something that he's hiding, you just don't know what.
It's weird for a bronze dragon to be underwater, isn't it?
This is what I was thinking.
Oh no, that's actually our favored terrain, if you will.
Is
We'd
it?
love the water.
Do I know that to be true?
You do.
You do now.
So you were just swimming around, looking for stuff, because you're curious, and you were in a building underwater, and it collapsed on you.
Oh no, the behemoth caused it. I would never just have a building collapse. What kind of...
And I history check on the name.
Sure.
18.
Okay, you have heard of Thelgalos before, and you know that his nickname is the Flying Misfortune.
Okay. So again, you're Felgalos, right? You helped Nightstone, our buddies down there, Leo and Nina.
And as you're having this conversation, he's kind of looking at you and talking as you go, and you're all kind of going through the streets.
Do this.
And he walks into a pole and kind of stops and looks at the pole and just kind of goes around it as you keep going.
That was not a fortunate circumstance that you just walked into that.
Yeah, I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
That was odd.
Did you see the behemoth coming?
No, I did not. That was
Yeah.
also out of the depths of the deep, dark trench. Just
Yeah.
could not. Right.
Felgalos, I like you a lot. I think you're a great guy. Great dragon. Are you familiar with your nickname?
That unfortunate moniker.
Monikers are unfortunate, are they not?
Silly name.
What's in a name? Right? Solo would say that.
So
He's a little.
I am familiar with my nickname. The Flying Misfortune, or so they say. As if I'm klutzy or something.
And then I grab him because he almost steps into a pothole on
Right.
the road.
Thank you. I didn't see that either.
Yeah. Don't
That
worry
was-
about it.
Right.
So, I'd like to say, I know you probably have dens all over, right?
I don't like to stay in one place very long, so I
Do you-
have plenty of places that I will, kind of stretch my wings for a bit.
Do you have anywhere in Waterdeep that you like to stay?
Not particularly. There's not much more to see here. I mean, I've seen a lot and done a lot. It
Yeah.
changes every couple of years, but
If you ever wanted, you could always have a room at our place if you're passing through.
well, I greatly appreciate that.
And I think Leo might be happy to see you occasionally too down at Nightstone.
Oh yes, he has extended me the same invitation.
Just try to keep that bad luck outside the door, you know?
I just kind of sneaks up on you.
I
you
get
know?
it. We all have our crosses to bear.
But you all seem like a friendly sort, and obviously adept at the underwater endeavors. Well,
Thanks to him.
with the exception of perhaps the fragile lady here, who will hopefully be joining us soon. But if you would ever want to continue to explore
Mhm.
those ruins, since I was a little too big to do so, I would certainly reward you for doing some exploration down there.
Hmm.
I got lots and lots of gems and magic items.
So meaning there might be a little bit more than just exploring for the sake of exploring them.
Well, you know, I would expect anything you'd find, you'd bring it back to me.
Mm.
You could keep all the money, but the magic I'd be interested in.
You know, there's someone back at our place you may want to talk to as well. Cherise. She's adept at finding interesting items.
You don't say.
Maybe she can help you. Maybe that's worth a conversation. Maybe not. It's up to you.
All right, well,
You're always welcome.
certainly speak with her. But if you care to investigate, as I said, I will reward you.
How will we find you? Because we will be investigating.
That's what we do.
You are investigators, sleuths.
Adventurers.
All right,
Slash sleuths. Slash investigators.
got it. Well,
Slash tavern owners.
A lot of hyphens. Or slashes.
We do a lot of slash.
tell you what, I can stop by in a specified amount of time.
We might be gone for a few months. Very soon.
We do
All
have to
right.
head north.
Unless you want to fly us up there. Well, it'd be great.
I can't take all of you.
Well, we only need 7 of us, not 8 right now.
Yeah, I couldn't handle all of that. And you recall in his form that he was what would commonly be referred to kind of as a young dragon size. He was larger than a Clydesdale horse, so he could certainly be ridden. Maybe even have 2 or 3 people on his back, but maybe take one in his claws, but not a large or a huge dragon like the black one that was almost double that size, and not even close to tales of ancient dragons that were the size of houses in large buildings. So, yep.
Okay.
So it's about that time you kind of arrive at the Temple of Light. Says, well, how about this? You investigate. Whatever you find, you let me know, and then we'll discuss. If you're going to keep it, that's certainly up to you, but I could trade you for whatever you might come across.
How would we let you know if you're not?
I have a feeling our paths will cross at some point.
Mm.
Got it.
Hey, could I have some of your blood?
I already gave you some of my blood.
Did you get some?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get some.
I got one for the hopper.
Oh. Can I have another vial?
Please,
We are running a
have
blood
some
drive.
blood.
Please, sir, may I have another?
Roll persuasion.
Yes.
Can I have a few scales, too?
7. Is that gonna do it?
I'm gonna pass for now. Perhaps if we get to know each other better. What do you want it for?
Various reasons. I'm an alchemist. 1, it helps us teleport. I know I sound crazy. You see that thing in his chest? Bing, bing, bing. See that?
I
And
see it.
hold disappears into nowhere.
It's quite fancy.
If you pour dragon blood on that at an open portal, you can teleport places. We've done it once. It's actually nauseating. Secondly, I'd just like to get to know you better. I find when I drink other people's blood, I kind of get to know. I'm saying this now and it sounds awkward. I'm gonna stop. We should get to know each other without me drinking your blood first.
You speaking of this, before you respond to him, you called me subaltern in the water. What do you know of that name?
Subalterns. Yeah. Gatekeepers. Defenders of the plains.
You recognized me right away. As
Well,
one?
And that's what you are. Just as I'm a dragon and he's a human, you're a subaltern.
So it's only my kind that are protectors of the gates.
You were made to be so.
You're a doorman.
I'd like to talk to you about this another time.
All right, we can certainly do that.
We must get inside.
You arrive, and you are taken right away to Lightkeeper Thranduin, Nye, who is there. Her purple hair flowing. She has golden robes that flow over her dragon scale armor, which looks both ornamental and like it could absorb some blows. And you present the gem to her, and she prepares, taking the appropriate diamonds. She gives you back 500 gold worth of diamonds. So you basically have 500 gold. However, if you want to keep it in diamonds or use that somewhere else.
Well, there are only 4 of us, so I think that is 125 apiece. Do you know?
It's in diamond form, so
I gotta go talk to the jeweler anyway, so maybe I'll make that currency exchange later today. Assuming this turns out well.
All right,
You can come with me.
I will be. But I have lots of other jewels to meet with as well.
Why
Okay.
do I think that's the case?
how did this unfortunate occurrence happen? It seems that every time I turn around, says the Lightkeeper, you're coming back to me with dead people, with corpses.
Should get a
Lightkeeper,
frequent traveler's discount.
Lightkeeper, we
Yes, do we get a punch card? After the 8th one, it's free.
Lightkeeper, we were clearing the harbor of a destructive force. We've taken out a behemoth and freed a good dragon. But unfortunately this time again, one of our friends has taken the brunt of the tentacle whiplashes.
She has paid the ultimate price for protecting this town.
Amen.
She does not deserve to die.
Well,
Permanently.
I have the materials, and we can certainly begin the ritual. Actually, you are friends of the Blackstaff then.
We are.
Yes.
Wise choice. She gives you another 150 gold worth of gems.
Oh,
Totally worth it now. I'm in, guys.
So you actually have 650 gold worth of diamonds in your possession. Well, as you recall, I will begin the ritual and the prayers. I call out to Pelor, and I'm going a little too southern there. And as we do so, you can assist me however you would by seeking to call out to her soul and beckon it to return to this mortal form. I regret that I will not be able to restore her hand. It will remain missing. And she'll have a devastating scar across her midriff. But she will have life if this works. Again, I can make no promises. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Yes. A narcissist she was not.
Well, that's an excellent quality.
It's true. I'll give you that, milkman.
So,
She would prefer it if you did not use her name during this ritual either.
what was her purpose?
Although it might bring her back quicker.
I think her purpose was to bring the light, kill darkness.
She
We were best friends. I don't know though.
let's be honest. Her purpose was vengeance towards the darkness and evil.
That's
Her wanted purpose was to dig deeper into the light. In fact, you are the bringer. Sorry, keeper of the light. And she wanted to bring the light into herself and out to others.
Well, you seem to know her well. Perhaps
We had a few conversations.
perhaps you will be able to assist. And so she sets up several what look to be sconces with continually burning flame in them. And she sets them around the four corners of Sola's body. She sets her body out on an altar and she kneels, and instead of an arcane ritual that you would expect from a wizard, this is more of a prayer as she begins to call out to Pelor, beseeching him for his grace and mercy to assist in returning the soul of this departed to continue to be a tool for the light and the furtherance of the kingdom of light. And so she begins to pray, and about 5 minutes into this ritual, she turns to the four of you and she says, "Who would assist? It is time. 3 of you can assist."
I'll assist.
Vincent, how will you seek to assist? How will you seek to make a connection with Sola?
I will say, this is your god. Come back to us. No.
I love it.
Trick her to come back. Your work is not done, Sola. I see a long life ahead of you still.
Your divination.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I need you to roll a Arcana check as you call on the threads of the divine, the divination influence, and you kind of call out to Savras, who is the god of chance and circumstance and fortune, and who has empowered you. And you ask him to weave, to show the thread that has her returning. So roll your Arcana check.
I'll just use one of my portents.
What did you?
Ballsy move.
It'll be 22.
Okay. And as you do this, there is a greater glow around Nye. She says, that has helped immensely. I can see the path towards her. Who else would assist with this endeavor?
I will.
How do you seek to connect with Sola?
Well, he says, first he says, "Monk, the just do not abandon those who are in need, just as the wise do not speak when it is unnecessary, and that is as unnecessary as names are, as you have said to us in the past. Tyr, this monk, needs your mercy, and we are here pleading for her to be returned to us any way possible."
So as you reach out to your deity, connecting with Sola in her pursuit of wisdom?
Precisely. Confused wisdom.
Confused with
Did it on purpose.
Confused them.
Please roll a religion check with advantage.
Come on, baby. 18.
All right? Yes, that's very good. That has assisted as well. The light is a lamp unto my feet. And she kind of continues her prayer as she senses and says to you, "I sense that she is close. Her soul is close. We have time for one more to assist."
Me, you, me.
Morthos is going to
Her
run right up.
husband should probably say something.
Damn it, Sola! Your time is not yet. There is too much evil in this earth yet. You must come back. We need the goodness that you see in everyone else, even when we do not see it in ourselves. Your time is not done. There is evil. Until this evil is ridden, your job is not done. It is not complete. And he's going to look to the sky, and he's going to yell, basically, to Paylor. You saved me, even though I was not worth it. If I was worthy to be saved, this woman is 10 times more worthy than I am. I tell you to save her.
Roll persuasion
Yeah,
with
goosebumps.
advantage.
I wipe a tear from my eye.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Solan's just leveled up.
Yeah.
And Nye is kind of taken aback by the intensity of your prayer. And she looks at you and she says, "That came from the heart."
I do not know if I have one of those yet, but I will see.
It's like the Grinch.
It is there, and it is real and sincere. There is light in you, Orthos. And as she completes the ritual, unless anyone would like to buy me advantage, I am going to be rolling the dice. The DC has been lowered.
Crit fail.
The DC has been lowered because you each three successfully called out to Sola. And so, as she...
Just roll it, man!
Waiting to see if anything comes in.
Nah, just roll it.
All right, so here we go.
Oh no.
I don't know if it's a good smile or a bad
Lucky
smile.
number 13,
Probably okay.
Maybe.
which,
Just a negative modifier though.
as the lights flicker around Sola, Nye closes her eyes and reaches out her hands, which begin to glow as she hovers them over her head and her heart, and the light emanates through, and you see a flash above her body that goes out into her entire body, and her chest raises, her eyes begin to flutter, and then they pop open as the wounds on her body are closed up, and her stumpy hand is healed over, though still missing. And she takes a deep breath as she looks up at Nye, and then looks over at the four of you.
Where?
Stupid monk.
Hold! And I'm gonna give him a hug. A very limpy hug, because I'm still on the table.
And you do. You give him a hug, and you immediately recognize that your right hand is missing. You look down at your stomach, which your clothing is still ripped, and there is a gnarly scar right across your stomach where you remember the bunyips tearing at you. And so, yeah.
Rygars, did he make it out?
He did not
Everyone.
make it out of our house.
Yeah.
He's
Still
joking.
there.
Everyone else is fine.
Yeah.
You're braver than you are smart, though.
There is much wisdom to be learned. Morphos, you... Thank you. You
I
gave
did
up
nothing.
money for me? There's... I was
Yes.
right in seeing
Sure
the good
I
in
did.
you.
I gave up the money for you. Eli, I think we have a trip to make soon.
We do.
My friends, thank you. Truly.
There was a price that had to be paid, though.
My hand is missing. This was my sword hand. I don't know how effective I'll be with
Speaking of your sword,
my left.
Oh.
Yeah, you won't need that sword
You
hand.
won't need your sword hand no more. Your sword is,
your
shall
life
we
has
say,
been
gone?
traded.
Yes.
To be honest, it wasn't really your sword anyway.
Maybe you
That
should
is true, and perhaps this is my punishment for.
jumping off the rock pile.
Killing a dragon.
Yeah.
I was gonna say my selfishness in wanting the sword. It is all justice for my.
Yes.
We agree. That's pretty much how we saw it. Yes.
All right, let's get going.
So we thought it all through.
So you have lost your ring and your sword
Nerfed.
and your hand. Hey, it was what it was. But you have your life, and you are back, and
Do you have a different character?
I do. We'll see if you do. And so you make your way back to the Spirit Within. It's around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. What do you guys wish to do? It is now the 30th of Kythorn. By the way, as you were going, you heard the town crier on this next day, and you heard a new update.
I can't wait for those.
First, you kind of catch this mid. He's kind of already gone through his.
Weird.
He's gone through his little list of sayings. As you're coming out of the temple, you catch assistant still needed in Amphale to rebuild and harvest.
That's where we're going. Let's do it.
Founders Day celebration postponed until further notice in light of attack on Amphale and string of missing children. Sorin Festival on the 3rd to the 5th of Flame Rule still expected to take place. Pause. And then he starts from the top. String of missing babies throughout Waterdeep.
Other babies?
Any and all leads to be reported to the City Watch. All parents encouraged to be on the alert with their small children. And then he goes
Active
in.
kidnapping? We must go at
Sola.
post haste.
Sola, rest.
Sola, calm
You need
down.
rest.
So just need to keep our kids at home with Jax.
Yeah.
And Melandra.
And
Yeah.
warn the guards of fiends and shadows.
Maybe we could buy a lock.
Just, yeah. I go to give her a hand pound.
Ooh.
I give it with my elbow.
Actually, you're really good at pounds now. It's just
That's all you have.
No breaking the fingers.
That's right. And in getting used to being right-handless, you do get the sense that with your unarmed strikes, you will still be able to strike with precision and still be able to perform all of your unarmed strikes with proficiency and dexterity. If you were to seek to wield a two-handed weapon, you really wouldn't be able to do so. You could still wield a one-handed weapon in your left hand, and with your monk training, you're essentially ambidextrous, but you feel like your unarmed strikes would be far more efficient, and it won't hamper your radiant blast either. You can still do that with either hand.
Nice.
So you return to your your little home. Also, the town crier, in addition to making the announcement, was handing out flyers. And you get a flyer, and it's a flyer for the grand opening of the Griffin's Saddlebag in the Castle Ward. And it says very simply, the magic upon which you can fly.
Maybe we stop there too.
It's interesting. We should go check it out.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow. Well, two things.
Totally should.
We need to go cash in on killing the behemoth.
Yes, so
Just game plan in here.
You have
Yes.
reconsidered joining the Grey Hands?
we told the Zentarum, yes?
We did not talk
We
to
did
them.
not talk to these.
Let's find one and tell. Oh, I'm gonna go to the tavern and tell the half orc, and then we'll turn in that one too.
How about
and
you
get
do
another
that?
2K.
You do that.
I do.
We'll go talk
We'll
to
do,
Vadris. Yeah, I'm
Vadris.
not a huge fan, but it looks like that's the way we're going here. I'll take the money.
Is anybody going back to the spirit within.
Yeah, we're all going because I'm gonna have Jax make us a whole bunch of pancakes. We gotta warn the kids to stay home.
I'll head there first.
Yeah. Well, you can go.
Thank you.
Have a great time. I won't go then. But save me a pancake.
Just one?
But you do not eat.
I'd like to try to practice spinning them in my fingers.
What a waste.
I have dexterity problems.
I will
so-
save you none.
All right, so you wish to go to Vajra Safar. You wish to go to the Yawning Portal to speak to Yagra Stonefist. You
Gem guy?
wish
Gem
to
guy,
go to
yep.
Aaron Lefroy, the gemologist.
The saddlebags?
You wish to go to the Griffin's Saddlebag.
I'll go to the
Oh,
saddlebag.
yeah, I'm going there too.
And,
And
After you guys split the money.
After,
just-
yes.
correct. There's an order. I would like to talk to Cherise. She did talk to Freddie last we left. See if she could pinpoint our stolen key. Are we home yet?
so you're home.
I say that louder.
You are home.
Oh, okay. Pancakes, Jax.
Jax begrudgingly begins to make pancakes for you, teaching
You're a good bard.
both Kyle and Candy how to make them as well.
Sweet.
As she kind of sings them a song as they cook.
We put them on guard about the missing children.
You do get a sense that from the announcement that it was
Younger.
infants,
Infants.
babies,
Oh, that's sad.
not older children.
Plus,
Guys, I've
plus
seen
our
this
monks,
before.
plus our little kids
Is
are
this
little
not
level
what you,
1 monks right now. So
You told us something about the
Women and children.
Women and children.
Yep.
You know?
Great.
shoot. Oh, I could give you guys Jasper and Carillion to sell at the
Okay.
jewelry store.
Okay.
Vincent, before we blame the roofers for stealing the key, do you not have a spell that you can magically search for magical items and see if perhaps it's just in a different location than Freddy remembers?
I could, but Freddy's been here all this time. You'd think he would have seen it.
He cannot be in all places at once.
Agreed. It's worth a try. But,
You could do that thing that you do that you can see things that are magic and just walk around the guys up
magic?
there.
That's true.
Oh, I don't know what it's called.
So you cast Detect Magic and various accoutrements on your party.
go for it.
I have two more, it's okay.
Classic.
Killer.
She's not used to.
You already
only having
resurrected
five
me.
fingers.
Too
Because
late.
she's going, she's
Take her
missing
other
her
hand.
hand. I mean,
Yeah.
she can't help it.
I should start wearing a black glove so you just can't see this hand.
It's just a
They're just
floppy.
hanging their limb. So your party lights up. As you walk around the house, you know you have about 10 minutes. Roll a investigation check.
I'm gonna stay at the attic first.
26?
You are confident that there is nothing else magical that is readily seen.
It was
Or,
worth a try.
It was.
yeah.
Hey, Cherise.
Yeah. These pancakes are good. I like them. Very
Jax
good.
does a
Yummy, yummy.
great job.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Soft touch.
Yep. Yummy.
There's rum in there.
You would know.
What are you talking?
Mm-hmm.
You spoke with Freddie last we left.
I did. Yeah. We spent yesterday afternoon looking for your key, the spear.
Did he give you any other information than he gave us?
No, but I was able to do some divining, and I was able to pinpoint a general area.
Huh?
It's here in Waterdeep, in the dock ward.
The
Um,
Dockwood?
Dock ward near, as best I can tell, a bunch of other doodads and trinkets and things of this nature.
Is-
I don't have any idea where that might be.
Tavern.
Hail and well met.
Zoblobs.
Zoblob.
And we got no one to kiss him.
Or
You
the
could get
Zentarum warehouse.
Unless Jax would be willing to come with us.
Jax, we know he lives.
I'm done with the event. You just died. Again. Someone died. Proving my point, I'll stay here and flip the flapper jacks.
Yeah, and your attitude is wanted with us in our adventures anyway.
Okay, well, We'll pay him a visit.
Alright, we got a lot of things to get done today.
We should
Oh
probably.
wait, one other thing. The drippy lady. What's her name?
Melcy?
Well,
Yeah,
see.
that one. She asked me about the her shears,
Yeah.
and I did some divining for that, and it seems that the gem she seeks, which I think is called the Brinegate gem,
Someone who just sold.
is
Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
It was aquamarine.
Go
That's
on.
No, that's supposed to be something else.
That'd be
is in Salt Marsh somewhere.
Salt marsh.
Okay.
Are marshes?
It's up north, kind of along the coast. So it's there, yeah, in the Salt Marsh.
Up north.
That's the best I could
Conveniently, it's
pinpoint,
north.
but
Yeah, we're going north.
you can look there and investigate around and probably find it.
Wow.
Speaking of magical items, this staff is fine, but I seek something more fitting. Something that could help me serve Sabras better.
Yep, I knew you were going to ask that. He
Of
told
course
me.
you did.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we even waste our time talking?
Well, you still need to actually make choices every day and live your life.
I don't buy it.
Not
I don't think
I.
there's a thing is free will.
Self-determination.
Yes, of course. Again, many threads, but most of them ended with you asking me that question.
Mhm.
So, I did a little divining, and if you're heading north towards Salt Marsh, then you're going to want to, well, you might not want to, but if you want to find a cool little stave, in the Mirror of Dead Men.
The what?
Yeah, the Mirror of Dead Men.
The mirror of dead men.
Oh, that doesn't
Milkman, that sounds great.
Within the tomb of Rigelix.
And it's in a tomb.
In a place called the Mirror of Dead Men.
Nothing could possibly go wrong there.
I say
Can
we
you spell that
bolt
name
right there.
please?
Rigelex.
Pretty phonetical.
You will find the Ambulator. It's a silly name, I know, but that's what they called it. It's a staff that assists with movement of all kinds.
That might be useful. And is there a way for me to learn this ability that you have, being a diviner myself?
Yes, but it takes years of practice. Have you heard of the spell Locate Object?
Yes,
Have you heard of the Scrying ability?
I know of it.
It's essentially an advanced form of both of those that I'm able to put together and magnify when I know what I'm looking for.
Excellent. Perhaps in the future you could work with me on that.
Absolutely. You need to learn those basic building block spells first, and then we could go from there. But be careful with the Tomb of Rigelix, because the dead seek to keep their secrets buried with them.
As we've learned. It'll be fine. I don't know why you're worried.
I'm not, but we don't have enough money to save all of you.
All right. So you have your conversation with Cherise. You finish eating your flapjacks, and you are heading out. So where do you want to go? The closest so you guys are here. The closest proximity to you guys would be to head to, well, Nain is over here. You have the Castle Ward that you could go to the Blackstaff Tower, which is where Vajra Safar is. She's over here. Aaron Lefroy is in the market down here, so you could hit that. Yawning Portal is down here, which is just on the border with the Dock Ward, which you were told to look in the Dock Ward for that sphere. So that's kind of the progression through here.
Stay together.
Can we?
If we could do it in the next 6 hours, we can get all around to where we need to be.
You don't think we could split up and meet somewhere and
Well,
check
let's
some
meet
of the
at the
less
that new
tactical
place
things
that
off the
the
list.
flyer said. The
Griffin
Okay,
Saddlebag.
so you
Griffin's
want-
Saddlebag
So you want to go to
is,
the bar and then the
is in the
dock works?
castle ward, which is
No.
the same place as the Blackstaff Tower.
I'll just go to the bar then.
Let us visit Badgerus first, and then
Who's us? Are we splitting or staying together?
all of us, and then I
should
must go
stay.
up to the mountain.
I would rather go.
Rygar speaks up and he says, I know that we're discussing what to do here in the city. I'm really getting tired of the city. Perhaps we could discuss where we're going to go out of the city to the north, and I can begin to scout ahead.
Good idea.
Meet us at the north gate.
3 days
This
time?
this evening.
This you
Are we leaving
And we'll-
tonight?
I was
But-
able to.
Which way are we? Where is our destination north first?
Infel, right?
Is it Amfell or
And
What
then
if-
west.
or do we want to go west and then come back?
There's nothing calling me to Amfeld except for destruction.
So
I
isn't
believe I have to return to Amphil as well.
Yeah, I'm going to Infel.
all right?
So you
So
don't have to.
back to Amfell,
Yep.
and then we'll hit our next path from there.
Yeah, we're gonna zigzag up. We should put markers on our maps. Probably not this one though.
Agreed. It's old. I don't want to ruin that one.
You should get that thing laminated.
I did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so just for visual, you have
Yeah.
Waterdeep here,
Yep.
Amphale is up here.
Yep.
Okay? You have Thornhold here.
That's right, Thornhold.
The Mere of Dead Men is north of that.
Oh,
Nice. It's on the way.
Okay?
It's convenient.
And Salt Marsh is just beyond the Mere of Dead Men.
We're knocking these down.
in a straight line.
And where's the forest that Rhaegar needs to go to?
Here's the forest, it's
Oh.
the Coldwood.
I forget that.
And Mithril Hall.
Mithril Hall is somewhere in this area.
Okay.
Okay.
So bam.
I'm with you with Amfell, west of Thornhold, Mere Dead Men,
Up the coast.
Salt Marsh.
I don't know why you're saying it like that. It's taking care of itself, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
yeah. It'll be that easy.
We are leaving for Amfeld tonight then?
As soon as possible.
As we should probably stock up, get a couple of coin.
Spend
what's
a
up.
couple coin.
Yeah. See what's up. Get ready to leave.
Let's do this.
That is quite soon.
What's the matter?
I hope I can still fight.
Why don't you
Just-
meet with your master at some point today?
I do not. He has always been the one to find me.
But
The best I could do is just climb a mountain.
Yes. Most likely that's what you should do. He may be able to help you.
I would hope so.
I will be praying before we leave as well at the temple.
that's not a bad idea. I mean, you can do that.
I don't
So,
think there's a blood supply
let us
house
see
around here for
Vajris,
you.
and then I'll be off.
Alright, so you guys make your way to
Weird.
Vajra Safar and the Blackstaff Tower. Along the way, you pass by the seal on the ground in
Ooh.
Castle Ward.
Wait,
and
wait.
It does begin to glow
Oh yes.
red again.
I rummage through. Oh no, I can't taste it. We need all of it. I think this is the one. I smell it. Yeah. Saltwatery. This is the one. Does anyone know how to actually unlock one of these things?
Perhaps Master Nate?
Yeah, we gotta talk to him anyway. Wait, does anyone know?
I think it has to do with this.
Can't we just pour the blood on like he pours it in the hopper?
We might end up in the
I wouldn't waste it, however.
That's what Leo said. He just poured it on the seal and it unlocked.
On the seal?
On the seal.
Go for it.
We're good for. All right.
Do it.
There is no getting back if we waste this, however.
I mean, he can do water breathing. We could go down and try to find the corpse.
Should I pour it on?
Do you want to pour it on the seal?
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
Well, I don't know if some random person pours blood on it, it's gonna be activated for who. That's what I mean. I don't know if it's gotta be
Because
like,
you're
attached to my chest as I
Got it.
pour
All
it
right,
on.
well, here.
So as you approach the seal, the hopper begins to glow red in unison with the seal, which is now the runes are beginning to glow red. Each of your necklaces also resonate with a red color. And the writing illuminates in a deep crimson, which you've already read the
Right.
contents of. And you know that it calls for the blood of the behemoth. And so as you pour the blood out on the seal, it hits at the center and begins to cover the seal. And after a moment, the red runes at the center begin to turn from red to blue. And they begin to widen out over the course of the seal, and the hopper as well as each of your necklaces turn from being red to blue. And in an instant there is a resonance, kind of a as the hopper seems to sync up with the seal, and there is not a large projection like when you have sought to teleport, but a smaller projection of just the local region on the map, if you will. And the water deep light turns from red to blue and syncs up, and you get the sense that you now are able to teleport back here, given the use of dragon's blood to do so. So the
Excellent.
seal has been unlocked. And it now matches the same color of blue as the seal in Nightstone and the
Not
seal in
really.
Amphil.
You might drink it.
That was easy.
Would it help you in any way?
No. I'm literally just.
All right, so
I'm
the
getting in my mouth.
the gate has been unlocked, and you now move on to
Erase that.
Blackstaff Tower.
Actually, if you want to keep track of all of the dragon's blood, that would be
That was
That
kind of what I was thinking.
Vajra Safar meets you there,
two.
and
You too?
after being shown into her chamber through the elaborate
I'm gonna erase one.
hallway, which is mostly obsidian. It's very dark, but decorated with lots of frescoes and buttresses, colorful designs. But the tower itself is a dark edifice meant to resemble the Black Staff itself. And she greets you. So, report. Have you been successful?
We were.
Tell me, what did you find?
We
Kinda-
found that your mission cost us 1,500 gold.
2,000 gold.
Yeah, it was
It
2,000.
was 2,000 gold.
1,500 gold
He's a
No,
terrible
he's right.
negotiator.
It's 2,000.
plus interest. Oh, and the cost of whatever this sword was worth.
And her ring, and she lost a hand.
I understand
The
cost.
task was accomplished.
And what did you find?
It was a, what did they call it? A
Behemoth.
behemoth.
The behemoth. Describe it to me, please.
Tentacles, big mouth. It
Bulbous.
sucked.
It sucked the two of us inside of it. It was so
yes.
big.
Right.
Very squishy, red, acidic. That's all I know.
Yeah.
On the inside.
Yeah.
He spent most of the battle in there. It was green, kind of froghemoth-ish.
Oh, mossy.
It was a froghemoth?
Ish.
Not quite then.
Ish.
All right. What was causing that was causing the lightning disturbance in the water?
Oh no.
No.
Oh.
There was a dragon that was actually trapped underneath the rubble in the middle of the harbor.
What sort of dragon? Did you have to kill it?
No.
It's a friendly dragon.
Water deep
He ended up
allows.
saving my life.
Well,
Brass.
we ended up saving your life.
Brass dragon.
Brass
Brass.
dragon.
Bronze dragon.
Bronze.
dragon.
It was a bronze dragon.
There
Salt
was a
bees.
little brass in there. I saw it.
But
Brass and sass are
he was
different.
trying to keep the behemoth away. That's what the
Ah.
flashes of lights were trying
That
to keep it
makes
away
sense. What did you catch his name?
from him. The
What were
dragon.
you-
The dragon's name.
He will.
Felglas.
But I guess we were just going to.
Felglas.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And he
well,
was trapped under rubble.
Under the rubble. Go figure, right?
Makes perfect sense now. Oh, right. Oh, Fegalos. All right, well, you've completed your quest. Allow me to invite you to officially become members of the Greyhounds.
Soul a high fiver. Oh,
Ooh.
sorry.
Well, wait. I cast Mage Hand.
Mhm.
Now you can
Sweet.
high five her.
10 pounds of force.
You're incorrigible.
Thank you.
Yeah, pretty rude.
You're pretty nice yourself.
Yes, for you. She gives you a bag that has gold in it.
She drops it right on the ground. Oh, whoops.
So it's a bag of 2,000 gold.
Thank you.
Whamma llama.
Now,
So, 400 for each of us?
seeing as how you've
Write it down.
accomplished that,
Are you sharing it?
Of course.
Oh, she is so nice.
You're my
how are you splitting
greatest
it?
friend.
Between
400
the
each.
between the 8 of us. Or
No, there's only 5 of us. That's all I
between
see.
the 6 of us that were here last week. Yeah. Rhaegar gets his cut of,
Okay.
Yeah.
of that.
I will hold on to his for the time being.
Okay. What is your
330 something.
what are your future plans? Are you to stay here in the city or
No, we're probably gonna head out. Maybe this evening.
Head north.
We're going to
specifically.
use the hopper to get to Amphel
Oh, are we?
to assist them.
Are we?
I'm not
Why
spending.
would we not? Why would we want
Yeah,
to
I'm not
take
spending a week
days
walking up
to
there.
So
it
travel?
takes 3 days?
Here's a problem. We told Rygar we were gonna.
We'll meet him there, then we'll jump.
Also, you've used the hopper within the last 10 days, so you can't use it for a 10-day.
Also, what happens if we need to get back
So
to
it's
Waterdeep
been
quickly?
3 days since you've
True.
used it, so you would have to wait 7
Someone,
days to use
Yeah,
it.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be months
Then I
long
guess we are
anyways.
traveling.
10 day.
Yeah.
It's once a 10-day that you can jump with it.
I thought we jumped at least a week ago.
You went to Amphale, and then you were teleported back with arcane magic, and then the next day you went into the basement, and then the next day you went to the harbor. So you're now on the 3rd day beyond using it.
Okay, well, I thought it's been a week. All right.
We
It's
still
just-
don't wanna use it.
Yeah.
Might need it.
I did not succeed in
To
your
go where?
mission.
We can only go to Amphel and Waterdeep.
Well,
You are
I-
you are
times I'm
here,
gonna come back here.
True.
drawing breath,
Currently.
so you've succeeded.
Great job.
Death is no measure of success. In fact, some of the greatest victories come at the cost of martyrdom. You were lucky enough that your friends were able to bring you back.
That's true. Tyr says that Gundrick was a hero.
He was.
Forgot you said you knew him.
Yep. He's a good man. Dwarf.
Well, if you're heading to the north, then perhaps I'll check in and give you some opportunity to further the interests of Waterdeep, should they arise.
Do you have a quick way to get up there? Caravan, vehicles to carry 8 of us?
No,
Does the Greyhound have resources available for us to go quickly?
there is
Now that-
teleportation.
Now that we are Greyhound.
There is no circle in Amphale, however. There's a
Mm.
circle here,
You
which
people
is
have to
how
work on that.
how
Anyway, you people.
Sydney was able to get you back here
Wizards,
quickly,
sorry.
but not able to get there.
Well, we made you.
We teleported there.
You have a hopper.
We can unmake
You
you. I will unmake you, subaltern.
You teleported there using the hopper. They teleported back using a magic circle.
So right now it's only a one-way trip
Wait, don't you have a horse?
And a
and a cart.
horse and carriage, but it'll only carry some of our stuff.
Yeah, but I mean,
Perhaps
Yeah,
we
we're
can
gonna take it.
check
It's
with
fine.
the
I will
merchants and
bid
see if
you
we can
adieu.
get paid
I have things to take
for
care
going
of.
to Amphale.
Thank you, Roger.
When's the next monthly Greyhound tribal meeting?
We don't
It's not a
meet
tribe.
in person.
When are dues due?
I'll speak to you. Proudly wear the black badge. And I'll be in touch.
It's an honor. Right, shake her hand.
Quite.
Congratulations. I know that one of your dreams has been achieved this eve.
Vincent, stay
Yes.
diligent.
Well,
are we leaving?
Let us go.
Yeah. All right.
Vincent goes off like a cute little girl.
Let's go gemologist this up.
So you're all going to Aaron Lefroy?
I will not.
I don't think we all need.
Who's Lefroy?
I'm gonna go
Gem.
to
The
outside of
jewel
Waterdeep.
crafter. You have my tool of jewels. I'm
You're
going to
Carillion and
You're going where?
Outside of Waterdeep, the mountain.
Up Mount Waterdeep. Okay, let's play that out.
Carillion and what?
So this is going to take you the rest of the day.
Yeah, I just have to be back at
And
the
80
gate by
80 gold
evening,
gems.
apparently.
So roll
80.
athletics first.
Force.
Those off.
Okay.
Oh.
And so you are not used to climbing without a hand. And while you're able to jump and run with ease, there are certain handholds that you just don't have now. And so you struggle for the first several hours to make your way. You're going very slowly. Eventually, as it begins to get dark, so it's about 8 hours of struggle up the mountain, not making it nearly as far as you previously did. You begin to get to the sheer cliff where you recall Glow's little cave to be. I need you to roll an acrobatics check.
23.
23. You're able to bound up with ease, and as you get to the top, you need to grab on to pull yourself up. Roll an athletics check again.
Left hand. Left hand.
17.
And this time, having learned through the struggle, you grab on with your left hand and you kind of shimmy your way up, pulling with all of your strength, and you arrive in the cave.
I'm just gonna kind of sit facing and meditate, mostly towards Paylor, because he is the one who just saved me.
Okay?
So, just gonna be kind of meditating on that.
Okay? So you sit in silence and you meditate, thinking on Paylor, the god of light. And you look out as the stars begin to make themselves known in the sky. The moon rises and shines forth. And you hear some crickets, really weird chair-sounding crickets in the distance. And after about an hour, you hear a voice behind you. Tell me, daughter, what are you thinking of?
Why was I saved? After my entire mountain, the destruction, all those lives were all my fault, and yet I was still saved. It is quite troubling. I've dedicated myself towards defending the weak and eradicating evil. But how am I still supposed to do this if I am more useless? Or is this only supposed to add to my strength? My soul is just very troubled. I did not expect you to come, however.
Why would I not come? You are troubled.
But how did you even know?
I did not, but Selune gives direction and guidance in the dark places. Though we walk in darkness, we need not fear evil.
But if evil is able to do so much, how could we not fear evil? Evil killed me. Is there always light in the darkness, or is this just some fantasy that I was living in?
Evil killed you, and light brought you back. Darkness flees from light and cannot overcome it.
Is this an absolute truth that I need to hold on to?
Indeed.
I'm realizing more and more I cannot do this journey, this adventures on my own. I'll have to learn more about this light, more about Palor and Salune.
Yes, that would be worthy of your study and attention. I see you have lost a member of your mortal body, your physical form.
Yes, I'm not as upset as more troubled that I will not be able to defend and protect as well, however. Although climbing here has given me reassurance. Though there was struggle, I was able to overcome it.
I have found that in our pilgrimages through this life, the gods often see fit to remind us of our limitations, to make sure that we do not grow filled with our own sense of self, and therefore they give us afflictions, thorns in the flesh, if you will.
Or her sword in the hand.
Yes. So that in our weakness we may be made strong.
Although I do not see how this will aid to my strength now, you have given me hope.
Come, child. Sit. And he sits, lotus position on the ground, and kind of beckons you to join him. And he lights up his body as he's sitting there, and you sit down next to him, and you do the same to the degree you can. It's not quite as bright, but your eyes flash, your hair glows, and there's a small radiance as you kind of allow your ki, your chi to resonate. And as he is sitting there, you see his body still. And then very oddly, you see the radiant energy move. And you see his hand move in the form of white gold energy, but his physical hand stays still. And he looks down and he says, "We are more than mere flesh and blood. Do you see?
I do now, yes.
Focus, my child." And over the next several hours, he begins to teach you some meditations and exercises to focus your chi into a corporeal form. And through that training, you get the sense that with time, you will be able to manifest the radiant nature of your hand, which cannot be taken. And though your physical hand is gone, the radiant soul within you remains. And so you're given hope to continue to practice and meditate and learn to channel your ki to do that.
Master, you have given me hope beyond words, hope beyond measure. I bow towards his direction.
Do not lose heart, my daughter.
You have given me a more heart than when I first started my journey.
In this life, we will all have trouble, but take heart. The light has overcome the trouble of this world.
Thank you for your words.
And he kind of steps back and allows his radiance to go dim and turns and walks into the shadow, deeper into the cave. You make your way down the mountain back to
The North Gate.
back to
That's
the North
probably
Gate.
what time is.
Yep. All right. So that is what Sola was doing the rest of the
Did it.
day.
What a
Awesome.
great encounter.
That's awesome.
I didn't get hurt.
I can't wait until you figure that out and you're radiant punching people with a metaphysical hand.
Ghost hand.
I can't wait.
All right. So where are you guys going now? To the yawning portal?
I wanna go on the
They're going to the jeweler's.
Jeweler.
Oh, Aaron
You wanna
Lefroy.
portal
Yes.
again?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Or are you going to the wizard tower?
So you make your way to Aaron Lefroy, and that is Morthos and Eli who are going there.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that, Vincent?
I'm going to name.
Where are you going, Vincent?
You're going to name?
I'm gonna cash in on the thing, then I was gonna stop at Nain.
Or we're going to the Griffin's Saddleback?
After we get
That's
some
where
other
we're all.
money.
That's where we're all going.
I think we're gonna need money.
Yeah, I'll go with you guys.
I'm going to the yawning portal.
So you're going to the yawning portal. All right.
Talk to the
After-
guy there.
Let's do the Aaron Lefroy, then we'll go to the yawning portal. So you guys make your way. Well, hello. I think I recognize you. You've been here before.
Yeah.
How can I help you today?
We have some diamonds to sell, and I have some jasper, Carillion, and emerald to sell.
And I also have a sapphire, malachite, a blue quartz, and an azurite.
And I have this freaking ruby in a container.
With the sight of the ruby, his eyes go
Mhm.
wide for a moment. And then he looks back at you. Well, first things first. Those diamonds. I'll give you 500 gold for them.
700.
500.
I mean,
I hold my pin out a little further.
550.
Rolls his up.
could you make it 600?
Roll persuasion.
Do you have good persuasion?
No. I think the best of anyone here, minus Melandra.
What are you?
+3.
Plus 5.
Meta. Just roll.
But I did
Too
not
late.
thought I could persuade.
17.
Nice.
All right.
600 then.
Take that.
I think that is about the best we've ever been doing.
Okay, so you have 600 gold, no more diamonds. Those are
More
gone.
diamonds. You get rid of the diamonds.
Okay. And you said you had a sapphire.
I have a sapphire, a malachite.
We'll
Okay,
so
one sapphire.
sapphire. He says, I'll give you, looks at your black badge, 80 for the sapphire.
All right, I will take it.
Okay, 80 gold.
You're not even negotiating, man.
And the
I had
the miscellaneous ones, how
Jasper,
many?
Carillion, and emerald, one of each.
Jasper, Carillion, Emerald.
Yeah.
Okay, Emerald, 80 for the Emerald. Okay, you have 80 for the Emerald.
How about the
Jasper, Carillion, and what were the other ones that you had?
Malachite, blue quartz, and azurite.
I think all of those were from the race.
They were.
Yeah, they were.
So he says 200 for the lot.
What do you think? How many gems is it?
I think it was 5, right?
5?
40 a gem. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Done. And
I'll give it back to you.
that gem there
You
is
got 980 right now.
special, fancy.
This guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
It looks like a ruby in a jar.
Look more closely.
I inspect.
Yep, roll investigation.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Ooh.
As you peer into the gem, for the first time you see flickering flame of fire.
Hmm.
Don't you know the fire?
That, my friend, is an elemental gem.
Huh.
It has many uses. That can be used to summon an elemental of fire. It can be sold. It can be used to power a furnace of tremendous heat.
I don't think we need that, right?
How
guys?
much
I
is
don't
it
think
worth?
so.
No.
This
should
is
sell
the
it.
We don't need
I will give you 800 gold for that.
I'll be
Eli,
honest.
He knows as much as I love gold,
You knew Gundrick.
but we did find a furnace, didn't we not? Could
Yeah,
that
but-
go-
This is all on a side, right?
Yeah.
We,
So,
we can't
sure.
make anything.
Realistically, he gave us 3 practical uses. This thing's worth way more than 800 gold.
I believe that.
I think.
I say we keep it for now.
Can you tell me anything else about it? I'm interested. I just want to know some more.
Why don't we
What
ask you?
else would you like to know?
Is that all it can do?
Yes.
Insight.
Good
You're
one.
there?
Yeah, I'm with them.
Yeah,
No,
because
roll,
we
roll
were
insight.
gonna go
Yep,
to
yep,
Maine.
yep.
He's the wisest of us all, isn't he?
I'll just use my other portent. It'll be 17.
Okay. You can tell he's a bit annoyed that you seem to be wanting to keep the gem for yourselves, but he's not being dishonest.
Okay. Are you being dishonest? Insight on the DM.
That's whatever you roll. Yes. Tell you what, Aaron. I'll think about it, but I think you may have to do better on your offer.
How about 900? That's the best I can do.
Let me confer with my team. We can't do that. I have more people I need to talk to, some other gemologists, not in Waterdeep, but I will keep your offer in mind.
Once you walk through those doors, my friend, the offer is retracted.
I don't
Okay.
think that's true, but
Okay.
alright.
Yeah, see ya. Thank you.
My pleasure. Feel
As
free
they-
to come again.
As they walk out, I stay behind, and I'm gonna give him a ring from the Amfeld noble.
Okay.
And I wanna see what he would offer me for it.
Where did you get that?
Call it a family heirloom.
I'm sorry, I don't deal with stolen goods.
How do you know that it's stolen?
I don't want to get involved with that.
Good man.
All right.
Good man.
We'll find you a fence.
Oh, I can find my own.
How much older are we?
Thanks for not selling that.
We got.
But who are we sharing this gold with? That is more important.
So I think the diamonds we would share with everyone because we got that for helping Clumsy Dragon. Obviously the gold, the Jasper, Kryllian, and Emerald I sold I'm giving Hold that money.
Well, no, I get that. I'm talking about the specifically the
The diamonds. I would say we would split that
6
with
ways.
6 ways.
So 100 each.
Yeah.
Deal.
Write down however much Rygar gets as an aside.
All right. So he should be at 433.
Yeah,
that sounds right.
Yeah,
Yes,
500.
You split the
333.
2,000 from
Yeah.
Vajra.
6 ways should have been 333 a person.
Okay.
So and plus 100, so he's at 433.
Okay.
I'm gonna spell his name.
R-H-A-E.
Oh,
Doesn't
never mind.
for me.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, one.
Just say big guy.
160.
Okay.
Joe.
So you're finished with the gemologist. We go to the yawning portal. And as you arrive, it is lightly attended, given the battle going on in the dock ward still between the Zentarum and the Xanathar Guild. But there's a crowd there, many of the usual, including Yagra Stonefist, who is sitting in a corner, sipping on an ale, watching the crowd. Dernan is there at the bar, serving. Bonnie is taking drinks out to the patrons. And it's an otherwise normal day. At this point, it's around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so the dinner crowd is beginning to trickle in. as the ramp up to the evening begins. And in a city of this size, there's plenty of people there. It's just not overflowing as it otherwise might be in a time of complete safety around this area.
Okay. I'll walk right up to her.
All right, so you walk up to Yagra Stonefist. She
Stone-
says, "Ah, I remember you. Huh.
I remember you as well. Remember when I saved your life?
Yeah.
And then remember when, you know,
You killed my friend."
your friend. Right. I heard your conversation. Friend is a relative term.
He was mixed up with the wrong sort
Exactly.
and should have been on our side.
Yes. Swell. I have information for your organization. Yes, that one.
Keep your voice down.
It's tough for me.
All right. So, stage whispering. What sort of information do you have?
The Blackwoods need to inform you that we are working with them.
That you are working with the Blackwoods.
I'm not there.
The moniker, as they call us.
Okay.
Mhm.
And that's relevant. Why?
That's all we were told to say. I think. Hold on. Let me look back.
You were told
You got that backwards.
Yeah,
you were asked to let the Zentarum know that the Blackwoods would be interested in working with
Yes.
the Zentarum to help
Oh,
them.
we're working with them and they're working with you. It's a three-way thing.
So we'll retcon that.
A
That's what I meant
menage
to
a
say.
trois of working with each other.
Yeah, menage a trois.
So what you're saying is that the Blackwoods are interested in assisting us fight back against the Xanathar.
I'm not sure if the Blackwoods choose sides, but they're interested in working with you.
So do I send an emissary to Westra?
Probably the best option is to speak directly. I am only a messenger.
How do I know that you're being honest with me? And she kind of sits back and she crosses her legs, and you see the big mammoth boots
Mhm.
that were formerly worn by
Yes.
the
Anarok.
by I forget his name.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Anarok?
It was Anarok, by Anarok, on her feet, and she's there, and she kind of sits back, puts her hands behind her head, and just waiting for your response. Like, how do I know you're being honest?
I'll go there with you if you'd like.
Well, I guess I would know then, huh?
You would.
All right, let's go.
Should we go together? May have been seen there before.
I'll meet you there.
Yes. I'll meet you up by their gate. Okay?
10 p.m.
We can try in like an hour and a half.
in daylight.
Yeah.
All right,
Why not?
4:30
Just
then.
not together.
4:30.
Sure. Oh, you robbed those boots from my party. We're not happy about that, but we'll discuss that
These
later.
boots belong to my friend who you killed.
Who you would have killed.
I didn't take a swipe at him, nor did he take a swipe at me.
Nor did you help protect him. I'll meet you in an hour and a half. And I bet your clan doesn't know about that now, do they?
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Who's there? Prove it.
All right, so an hour and a half goes by. Are you seeking to enlist the help of anyone else before you go there, or are you handling this one on your own?
Do we cross paths? Oh well, I have an hour and a half. I knew that they were going to the jewel place and then heading.
And then you were
to
going to meet at the
north.
Griffin's Saddlebag,
Oh yeah, the Griffin's out.
which for you is on the way back to the Blackwoods. As
Perfect.
is.
It's like we planned this.
All right, so you meet at the Griffin's Saddlebag, and before you go in, you tell them what's going on.
Mhm.
Are you guys proceeding to the Blackwoods first and then to the Griffin Saddlebag, or are you doing the Griffin Saddlebag now?
Let's ask what time they close.
Bing! When are you open till?
There's a little young man with kind of blonde hair, who's got looks like a shopkeeper's helper, kind of just common clothes, running around. The place is packed. It seems like everyone wants to come out to see what the Griffin Saddlebag has. And as you peer in, you see lots of different magic items and wonderful things, which we'll describe in greater detail when we get there. But the young man kind of says, "Hey, yeah, we're here. We're gonna be open till about 8 o'clock. So come on back, and we'll see you then." And he kind of busies himself right away with another customer who's there looking at things.
Did y'all hear that? 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4:30 comes around. You guys meet at the Blackwoods, and
I don't.
you're not going.
No. It's best I
He wasn't
don't
there
go.
last time either. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'll go-
Eli, you're
I'll
just
go
hanging
home.
at the Griffin Saddlebag, waiting
No.
for them to come back?
I'm gonna go to Nain.
You're gonna go to Nain.
I'll go with you, because I didn't
I'll
go
go
to
home.
So Morthos and
Oh,
Hold
I
go.
thought he was gonna say, well, I could have just went there.
Okay, so Morthos goes with Hold, and we'll
You're with me
continue
too? Oh, you're on the
she's-
mountain.
She's on the mountain.
On a mountain.
Okay,
I'll meet
so
you
let's
late at night.
we'll continue. So you get to the Blackwoods estate, and as you recall, it's built up the slopes of Mount Waterdeep in the richest section of the Castle Ward. And this is an estate fit for royalty. You want to say something, Hold?
Yes. Do you think the half-orc knows your little roguey writing?
You talking about thieves' camp?
Yeah, but I don't know what it's called. But I know you people write your thingies. Because
I-
it would be best if we made our way in first and we left her a message.
I can leave
To
her a
meet us in
message.
later.
If she understands it, good. If not, I have no way of knowing.
Okay. We'll leave. Yes. Let's try and keep an eye on the gate.
You arrive, and Yagra is already there
Oh.
waiting for you.
That was for nothing.
She is prompt.
And seems to have already spoken with one of the guards that were out. And as you arrive, the guards see you and recognize, especially you, Hold, because you're a unique sight. And they
You're
immediately
cute too. Don't worry.
they immediately welcome you in, and you wait in the foyer for a bit before Lady Westra herself emerges on a step, kind of the balcony above, and walks down the staircase, which is a magnificent white marble staircase. She kind of walks down to you, resplendent in a kind of greenish gold dress that she's wearing. Loosely fitting, very comfortable, but very stately. And she sees you. She says, "Well, hello, and welcome to my estate. It is a pleasure to see you, as always. You bring guests. Ah. Tell me, Hode, who do you bring with you?"
This is my acquaintance. She can speak for herself, but this is a friendly visit. And slightly business related.
"Ah, well, we have much business which of the 3 quests is this in relation to?
It's all right if we speak in front of this.
Well, she looks her up and down. I perceive that this has to do with the Zentarum, correct? Ah, yes. What is your name, fair lady?
I'm Yagra.
Ah, Yagua.
It's Yagra.
Quite. And you are a member of Zentarum?
Yeah, that's right. Old told me to come.
And she kind of looks over at you.
Said that you've got some business for us.
Well, indeed I do. Perhaps if you head to the antechamber over here, I will be in a moment to converse with you.
Sure. All right. Yeah.
And one of the attendants kind of takes Yagra down the hallway into another room.
I hope it goes exactly how you're thinking.
Well done. Here for your trouble. And she motions to an attendant who hands you a Morthos, a bag of gold. As we agreed,
Wait, am I right?
2,000 gold.
2,000. That's why it's about right.
Oh, I was confused. I thought it was 2,000 apiece.
You were confused.
Yeah, sorry.
Well,
And she stole my boots too. I don't want to bring it up, but if you could convince her to give those boots back to the party, I would be much obliged.
I will weave that between you two.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Do you have any weeds on the Black Viper?
Melcine would be the one you got to talk about weeds with.
And what of the funny business in...
We are still working on that. We have not got there yet.
Understood.
What funny business?
In the cave.
In the Underquiff.
Underfoot.
Oh, I didn't remember the
Talking
third.
like
Yeah,
her.
you are.
Underfoot.
It may be a few months before we return.
Months. Return. Where will you be heading?
Well, if you have business in the far north with the dwarves or the forest people, mayhaps we can accomplish tasks, but we're heading to Amphel to assist to the actual Sword Coast, and then north, salt marshes, and then
Saltmarsh.
that's correct.
Well, as a matter of fact, I have a package in Saltmarsh that you could secure for me. It must be unopened, unharmed, and unspoiled, of course.
Well, can this package go inside the magical holding bag? Or would that do something terrible to it and us?
I would prefer it not be smothered.
Please repeat. Maybe a synonym?
I would prefer it not being spoiled.
Spoiled.
I thought you said smothered.
Spoiled like food-ish? We could put it in a bag of colding. It would remain fresh.
Find Felix Finch.
Felix. Okay, we'll
He
do.
would direct you to the location of the package.
Felix Finch. Felix Finch in Saltmarsh?
Yes,
Okay, thank you. Yeah. I mean, we're up there anyway. Might as well help you out.
absolutely.
That's what friends are for.
How much
Indeed.
would this quest, the reward?
2,000 gold
2,000 gold
Each.
each?
for your pouty.
I haven't pouted
You can
yet.
keep it for yourself if you wish.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
We'll talk later. Okay.
harbinger of truth and justice.
No, mercy and punishment. There's a difference. And justice, not truth.
Thank you for your assistance.
2/3 of those you have not been
I
called.
look forward to seeing you soon.
And likewise.
Fare thee well. She kind of slightly bows to you.
Just a real quick question.
Of course.
I guess it technically is my business. Do we have to worry about the Zentaro?
Have you done anything to offend him?
You've offended everyone.
If we're being completely honest, we've done a lot of things.
We may have killed quite a few of them.
You know the situation.
Do you wish me to sue them for peace on your behalf?
Sue them for peace? I don't understand.
I'm sorry. It was a term of out. Do you wish me to request on your behalf a diminution of violence?
For sure.
It shall be done.
Uh-oh. Yeah, thank you. Holt doesn't know what's happening.
Porthos is just kind of like not quite understanding what just happened.
Well, all right, we made our bet. We're gonna have to sleep.
Dude,
in
the
it.
Zentarum are coming to our bar, so they're gonna protect the North. Love it.
Okay.
Well, thank you for your honest business practices. To be honest with you, when we first started this arrangement, I was questioning our choices, but it seems to be working out rather well for us and you.
I assured you that would be the case. I am nothing but honest.
Yes, and Tyr says justice is not always black or white, right?
It is always a matter of a certain point of view.
Precisely.
Indeed.
Have a great day.
Oh,
Likewise.
I like this new side of you.
Oh no.
You are growing.
You know, Tyr's been teaching me every day, bringing good people into my life, like
It's impressive.
Miss
Lady Westwell will suffice.
the lady. Yes. You have a lovely evening. Can I get you anything at the new shop?
What new shop?
Oh, there's a new magic shop we just like. It's packed, brand new, filled with goods. It's
What's
called
its name?
Griffin's Saddlebag.
Oh, I shall have my men inquire with him.
Okay. Just wait till we go first. There might be some good stuff we want.
Well, you have some wealth to spend.
Yes.
A little bit.
Oh, I did not know what we were going to do with this 1,000 gold.
I remember. Tell your husband we have new stories for him.
Ah, he would be delighted to hear.
Yeah. Have him come
Perhaps-
up to the tavern once in a while.
Which tavern?
Oh, crap.
Goodness gracious.
Troll Skull Manors. Well, I mean, they know. She knows. They
It's there.
sent that guy up there.
I
You
said-
know.
You-
We're
You
renovating.
have sent a guy to our
I
manor before.
I did not know that you were recreating the tavern.
Yep.
I will have it looked into, most certainly.
Keep digging, man.
And you
Dig 'em.
sure you want to send Holt?
Maybe you'll come out the other side.
No problem. Maybe have the family up for dinner once in a while.
That would be lovely.
Thank you.
We have to move.
Have a great day.
Yeah, we're gonna give you our exact locations will be for the next 2
Here's my
months.
social
Farewell.
security number, my date of birth.
Please take care of it.
Farewell.
Because I can't.
I'm pretty sure Jax talked when we met with her last time, right? Yeah.
Who
Yep.
knows?
Hull did not talk the entire time.
All right,
Have
so
a great day, lady.
I'm so
you
good at talking to people.
you have finished with Lady Blackwood, got your gold,
We don't trust her.
and you make your way to the Griffin's Saddlebag. And the building is in the castle ward in the midst of several other shops and government buildings. This seems to be affiliated with the Weavers Guild, as there is some symbolism of the Weavers Guild. It almost looks like a tapestry with threads all coming together, symbolizing the weave of magic that pervades everything. And there's some of that imagery on the building itself. But you see in bright gold letters the griffin's saddlebag, and there's kind of a relief of a griffin with its wings outstretched. And as you go into the shop, again, there are several patrons that are milling about, inspecting the wares. Everything is behind glass. And you see the young boy who is helping with several of the individuals there. And you see a man with dirty blonde hair and piercing blue eyes who seems to be the owner of the establishment. He wears a wispy, flowing sky blue robe with white trim. He has a fastidious look to him, as if he takes his craft very seriously and is very diligent with what he does in creating and collecting these items. But he also has a kind and warm smile that sees you as you come in and greets you. The young boy, who upon closer inspection, both of these individuals look to be half-elves, is hard at work on the different tasks around the shop, and his hair kind of flops down over his face as he tidies and cleans behind the perusing customers. In the middle of the shop is a large, ornately carved griffin, about 4 feet high, that sits perched upon a marble pedestal in the center. Its regal form peers down at the store with proud eyes as its wings are outstretched as if ready to take flight. Have you roll a perception check as you enter in?
I'm gonna be before we enter. We're splitting.
We're not
Everybody
there.
gets.
I thought we were at names.
Everybody gets what? 260 something.
Oh.
Yep.
Two-
So
250.
so let's
Tax and interest.
go back to
2,000 divided by 8 is 250.
so as you guys arrive,
Your
you
cut
see
gets
all
split
this.
further.
You see all this, and you're waiting for Eli and Vincent to arrive, who are making their way back from Namegate Manor. So let's jump there quick because we want to complete that conversation. So you arrive at Namegate Manor. Vincent, you summon the stairs that emerge out from the tower, and you make your way up to the meeting chamber. And Nain is there, sitting in the chair before a fire, seemingly staring into the fire, thinking. And he turns slowly and kind of motions you in. He has a concerned look on his face as he just stares into the fire, thinking. He doesn't speak, he waits for you to speak.
What troubles you this evening, Master?
A great many things.
Love this guy. If we're gonna be gone for months, we had to have one last conversation.
Trouble me.
You always get me, Master. You always get me.
This evening. Tell me, what did you find in your basement?
How did he know? He knows everything. He's amazing.
I don't know everything.
How did he hear me?
He knows.
Everything.
You're in my home. It's magic.
It is.
I live here.
I'm less impressed now.
I know
Stop
everything
whispering,
that
yes.
goes on here. Please continue
We found
and answer my question.
This is gonna
Just
be-
say when you're ready. Or stop. Or period.
Over.
Proceed.
We found a lab of a wizard decades past. They were doing some sort of experiments, making sacrifices and conjuring up, what were they, Eli, demons?
Yeah.
Demons, you say?
Yes.
Divine or fiend.
This is troubling.
There's a little bit more to that story that's, I would say, more troubling.
Continue. Speaking
Vincent,
of the trouble.
you got me.
You always will.
He's so wise. Vincent let out a bunch of shadow beasts.
What? Master,
I'm joking.
you know these are falsehoods he speaks. Can you turn him into a toad or something?
I slap him. I circle over
You
to his
slapping
side,
me?
put my arm around his shoulder, and we laugh together.
Important to keep a sense of humor in these shadowy times.
He's
These
good.
deadly times.
Yeah.
That joke was deadly.
Yeah. We may have let out some brothers of shadows, specifically a brother Bane and some of his ilk. And I'm a little more concerned that they were trapped in our basement by some powerful wizard as well.
He was an Oni. Right.
An Oni, yeah.
You let loose secret cabal of Oni.
That may have happened.
When you put it that way, that sounds bad.
Well, that explains the missing children then.
My jaw just drops.
I pick it up.
Thank you.
Oni, consider infants a delicacy.
Oh, son of a gun.
Great. So we're sort of like delivering fast food to these.
Murderers.
Great. Any type of infant specifically, or just any infant they can get their hands on? I have heard they're the other white meat.
That's disgusting,
But feels like there's a but there.
but I like Austin Powers too.
It's a great book.
The silhouette scenes in particular I find in good taste.
They're rather vivid. You can imagine it in your mind. What a predicament, you know?
Emphasis on the dicament.
Oh, I come around that Dane again. This guy's great.
He's golden.
I love him. You're the best.
Master, those look like giant.
Johnson. Anyway, any type of baby that they're looking for, or any type.
Any, unfortunately. Humanoid. They will devour.
How do you stop them?
You track them, kill them, or hope they leave.
I can be adept at tracking fiends, but I need a little help. Is there anything you could help me with?
Well, the Brotherhood of Shadow, as you say, is a secret organization, or was decades ago. It hasn't been heard from or made mention of in many a year. It is made up of dark creatures that desire to see the chaos of shadow overtake the world. There is a strict hierarchy within, though no one knows who really leads it. The name Brother Bane is one I have not heard, but it is often attracting dark humanoids, drow, orc, goblin, and the like, as well as evil, vile creatures like hags, vampires, reportedly even dragons, liches, and fiends. A few have released, and it sounds like you indeed have a sect of this brotherhood. We can be sure they will seek to execute whatever plan they were seeking to unfurl upon the light places in the world.
You did not know that this was happening in Trollskull Manor?
I had no idea.
They were in another dimension.
I know, but these are things that you would think would draw someone's attention. Got Freddy's attention. I mean, I know that was his brother, but still.
If there was a mage powerful enough to entrap several Oni in, did you just say another dimension? Then he would certainly be powerful enough to avoid detection if he so or she so desired.
Master Nane, you said they haven't been heard of for decades, maybe centuries. Where did they originate?
I don't know. But creatures of that nature are more plentiful in the east. The further west on the coast you come, the stronger the influence of the races of light. That's not to say they will not have activity and operation here. Clearly, they were summoned here. To what end? Perhaps you know, but I know not.
And they naturally attract other evil creatures like goblins, drow, vampires, liches.
They will recruit, operate behind the scenes in shadow,
That's the name.
infiltrate, work their machinations to whatever dark end they seek. To accomplish.
Their goals.
If you want to say that, sure.
You've given us. They sound even worse than we imagined.
Is there a weapon or
Radiant.
Naturally, the light will push back the darkness and shadow But you must identify it first, for shadow has a tendency to hide where it cannot be easily sussed out.
We're in trouble.
Do you know the last place that this secret organization operated? That you've heard of?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Do you have anything else you like?
I did. I'm gonna ask something specific, but I have to do a little bit of reading.
Okay. Master Nain, my sister.
Have you found her yet?
No, we haven't quite gotten around to that yet. But I believe Cherie says something about her maybe not knowing that I exist.
That your sister doesn't know about your existence, or Cherise doesn't know of your existence?
The first one.
Yes. Well,
It was not meant. Something about it not meaning to be, or if it's to be.
I was not told much for your own safety.
Safety.
Vajra asked me to look over you. I was told of your sister, but nothing more, other than that Cherise would be the one for you to eventually seek out upon attaining the necessary acumen to which you showed such promise. You have clearly continued to blossom, and now you've sought Cherise, I take it?
We have. She's in the city.
Well, I presume she has told you where to go from here. I would encourage you to do so, for you were always meant, in time, to be reunited. With your sister.
Your sister. Master Nain.
We're on our way.
Oh.
I'm sorry. One way to go.
They're from the east. Do you ever remember hearing anything about them in Sembia, or more specifically, a small town about 60 miles south of Sembia? If I had my map, I'd tell you the exact name.
Can you see that?
I can't read anything.
Okay. Is it showing? Is it get that
It's
far?
You're no. It
It's
doesn't.
cut off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Sembia is here.
So like at least a 5-year journey.
And Selgant is here. It's in Sembia. It's just kind of along the Sea of the Fallen Stars.
Okay.
I know that there has been much monstrous activity in Sembia. There are people whom you're familiar with who've trained to fight such creatures. I don't know if they are rooted there specifically, but They certainly could be.
Have you heard the name of Kinshasa?
I can't say that I have.
How about, gonna butcher this. It's in Hag. Jivan Ka Abishap.
Curse of life. I don't know what that means, nor have I heard of it.
Have you heard of anything about a final solution for a warlock about 320 years ago in southern Zambia?
You're asking very specific questions.
I am reading from my book.
Your eyes are red.
They do that?
That's strange.
Mm.
No, I'm sorry, Eli. Savras has not given me that information, but I shall now inquire specifically of him.
Thank you.
It seems important to you.
A little bit. I think it might have something to do with the Brotherhood of Shadow as well.
Well, then you should pursue that line and see what you can uncover. For now, I wish to get back to my pondering.
I just leave.
In front of the fire.
I just left.
It was good to see you again, my boy.
Mm-hmm.
Farewell.
Do you have any? We will be heading up north. Hopefully, we'll find Ferric up there. Do you have any words of wisdom? I haven't traveled that. This is the farthest I've traveled so far in my life.
Buy a coat to keep you warm.
And make sure your socks are dry.
I'd still change my underwear.
Weekly, whether you need it or not. I find turning them inside out is helpful too at times.
Yes, I learned that myself.
Prestidigitation is your friend.
Oh.
Yeah, I turned mine inside out as soon as I saw that first Oni, so yes.
All right.
DMI.
Well, I'll look forward to seeing you again. It might be a few months.
Be safe.
Take care, Master.
You too, my boy.
And he gives you a hug. Warm.
I give him a full
Yeah.
two-armed hug.
Kind of pats your back.
I want to run in and hug both of them. I love this guy. You're okay too, man. This is nice.
One day, maybe I can be just like him.
That'd be awesome.
One day.
You're already starting.
Right now.
All right, so you make your way back to the Griffin saddlebag,
Yep.
and you meet Hold and Morthos there, and you see the same scene that I described before. Griffin in the center, man, blonde hair, sky blue and white trimmed robe, helping customers, sees you, gives you a warm smile, and you approach. I need you all to roll perception.
Oh yeah, everybody got the gold from the 2000 before we go in.
So the 2,000 is distributed.
Yeah, I see nothing. Hold made it happen.
What'd you
What
say?
am I rolling?
Your glasses.
Perception.
That's why.
27.
200.
Okay.
333.
So Eli, you notice that the windows of the
No,
shop
8
are
people.
wide open.
This wasn't all 8 of us.
The windows of the shop are wide open, and there is an ornate bird bath and feeder
250, sorry.
just outside the main window, with several different types of birds happily feeding and washing themselves in the shallow water. You notice that the shopkeeper, while he welcomed you, he, from time to time, kind of steals glances at the birds, and his smile will kind of fade as a look of sadness will kind of come over his eyes before he focuses attention back on his customers and kind of quickly regains his warm posture. His half-elven face looks more elvish than human, and he has very high cheekbones, and his elvish look is more lithe than even normal elves. This half elf is different than a human and wood elf mix, or a human and high elf mix. This is a type of elf that is something unique, and you would notice this because you've been around a lot of half elves in your years, and this man, there's something unique to him. So you recognize this, and he sees you, and he says, "Aye, welcome to me shop. This is the Griffin's saddlebag. It is my privilege and joy to welcome you to this great place. A place of magic, a place of fancy, a place of beautiful flight. What can I interest you in?"
Do you just sell wares, or do you buy wares? And do you check wares?
I make them,
Ooh.
mostly, but I also buy them and trade them when it suits me, for I am an artificer. And so I create at the behest of the weavers who have beckoned me from the north. And so I've come and set up shop, and here I am.
Well, what do you got?
Well, peruse at your leisure.
While I look around, can you take a look at this new weapon I found? I was warned about it, but you could probably tell me more.
It's a glaive.
Yes,
He's
I don't know.
Good.
I don't know what it does. Do you inspect things for value
For a
before
fee?
purchasing?
For a fee.
Oh. Well, how am I supposed to know how much you would buy it for?
Well, I would make you an offer.
Right. Why would I pay you to make me an offer?
You would pay me to inspect it, to tell you what it is.
Oh, how much is that fee?
50 gold.
You mean 45 gold?
Discount double check.
I
I know
mean,
you're new here. I'm
I do
sorry.
mean 45 gold. A friend of Azra is a friend of mine.
Oh, we have connections. I'm gonna look around your shop.
Aye.
Where is the?
Would you like Sean to assist you?
Of
And
course.
he kind of points to Sean, the little boy who is running around busily. He'll help you, show you, describe things to you, whatever you need. And when it comes time to purchase, well, we can talk. Aye?
Great.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
My
Welcome to town.
Ah, my pleasure. Where are you from?
I don't really know, but 3 years ago I was brought to Emphill.
Come to think of it, you're a bit of a marvel yourself.
How much for me?
You, I'm sure, would be priceless,
Agreed.
as is that fancy gem in your chest. But,
Speaking of which,
aye,
do you know who... Crap. What's his name?
Patrick.
No. No. I just on the page. What the heck?
Name?
No.
Vincent?
Teslenstein. Mr. Artificer.
well, I do.
You do.
What do you know of Teslenstein?
Well, my father, tear rest his soul, studied with Teslenstein. I'm assuming learned how to put me back together with Teslenstein, or at least Teslenstein's information, and I must find him to reforge some gear for the Divine. Magical gear, magical forge, legendary, missing, long quest, probably a few years.
Who's
till
your
we
father?
accomplish it. Father Greg was my father.
Greg?
Of Anfel. Greg.
Gregory. Old Greggy.
You knew my father.
Aye,
Aye.
we trained together.
With Teslenstein?
Aye.
Wow. You guys want to shop while I chat for the rest of the night?
I think I might listen.
Well, where did you study?
In
Together.
Neverwinter.
Neverwinter. It's on there.
It is. Up and to the left.
Yeah. Wow. Neverwinter. I've never been there.
It's cold,
No.
although the volcano warmed it up for a time. Neverwinter is right up here.
Speaking of the cold, we're heading to the north. Maybe your buddy Sean could show us where the items of non-being cold are.
I don't know if I have any of those, but
Shucks.
you can look.
Okay. But Teslenstein, are you in contact with him still?
He disappeared. He went looking for his master's lab.
It's in our basement.
Okay. And did he tell you where that direction was?
No, I just know it is in the mountains somewhere.
Great. I think that's exactly where we're going. What was his master's name?
Quailish?
Oh,
We knew that.
I knew that. Quailish. And you never met him, did you?
No, it's more of a legend, really.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I hear.
But Teslenstein's real, so Quailish must be real.
Yeah. The mountains you're talking about is by Mithril Hall, right?
I have no idea.
Oh. Well, that's actually where we're gonna check next. If I find out anything, we'll be back. We live in Waterdeep. I'll keep in touch with you. I seem to, before I finish my sentence, incite everything this guy about this guy.
Even his name. Did he have a name? Did he give his name?
17. I trust this guy.
He wasn't asked his name yet.
That's what I was going to do.
Interesting.
I don't know. I have rolled a 17.
Oh yeah,
insight.
he seems sincere, though a bit. There's an underlying kind of sadness that he has, but he seems to busy himself in his work, and he does very good work.
Yeah, I think it's just his race.
What's your name, friend?
Oi, my name is Veer.
Veer?
Vyrre. Veer.
Beer on hold.
This is a bit ominous, isn't it? I'll change the music in here.
Maybe that's why he's melancholy.
Yeah, that should be better.
That's more shopper friendly.
Yeah.
Father Greg called me Hold. That's the name I go by. Subaltern of
It's
Anfel.
interesting though. You referenced Tyr,
Yes.
and Greg went and sought out Helm after the incident.
What incident?
He never told you.
No, I'm only a baby.
Then it's not my place either.
Great. Well, he's dead, so not sure where I'm gonna get that info, but we're going to Amfell next. We'll find out.
You're going to Neverwinter?
Yep, I guess we are now.
Well, if you are, then you'll learn all about it there.
Okay.
Its effects are evident on the town.
Did it have
Is that
something
the
to do
volcano?
with the volcano?
Hey,
Got it in two.
What the hell did your father do?
Yeah, so Helm basically rejected me, didn't speak with me. Tyr responded.
Oh, question for you, buddy.
I'm an agent of justice.
You are. Do you always open up this much to people you barely know?
It's like twice today. I don't know what it is. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Wait, when was the other time?
Oh,
Well, he only went to one other
I didn't
place.
realize it till afterwards, but lady, what's her name with the weird W's? Knows a lot about us now.
Since we're making friends, I'm Vincent.
hey, Vincent, beer.
I'm apprentice to Master Nain. He's a
Ah.
master wizard in Waterdeep.
Aye,
Nobody shut me up yet.
the diviner of Sabras. I've met him.
Yes. He's quite wise. I'm
Very.
sure he'll be down to see your wares.
He has been.
Oh, he has.
Aye.
Did he buy anything?
No, he just looked.
Do you have any gloves or crossbows or anything of such that I may use?
I don't have many weapons.
Okay.
Some. I make mostly trinkets of utility.
Okay.
I have many here. I have some gloves. The Fireweaver gloves over there. You can carry flame with them. And cast continual flame once a day. You can even reduce fire damage you take
Oh.
as a reaction.
For 4,000 gold.
No, those are 250.
Oh.
Not here.
225
225.
for you,
It's not bad.
Friend.
With zeros after that?
of the black staff.
That's not bad.
That's 225.
Hey,
Oh, could you put that aside while
Aye.
I shop some more?
consider it put aside. Sean, the Fireweaver gloves.
What else would you have? Bless you, Eli.
I will.
Oh.
Sean will direct you. So Sean takes you through and he shows you lots of different things. There is a amulet in the shape of a frog, which dangles on a necklace.
To do.
Well, this one here, I
Gives you
think
half really well.
this one gives you swim speed. Someone traded this to Veer, and I think it helps you to jump really high, like once a day. This hat over here, and it's like a floppy hat, kind of almost like a graduate's hat with a tassel coming off. This is a scholar's cap. It helps you to research things better. This one here, and he has a little bit of horns that kind of are almost like a... What's the thing that you put in your hair that's...
Headband?
what do they...
Oh, the clip things?
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, beret?
Yeah, well, like a half. It kind of goes around.
That's a headband.
Oh.
Whatever.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like a circle though. Anyway,
Right.
it's like
Headbands
that
are
with antlers on it.
Hmm.
This thing it allows you to kind of shape your face in
Like the Rudolph ears?
yeah
Okay.
yeah in minor ways. You can like give yourself horns or change the shape and color of your eyes or do little minor shape-shifting things like that. Here's a funny cup. It's good for practical jokes. Oh, this is fun. This shadow shawl. You can, cover your face in darkness at all times, but see out. Yeah, it's fun if you want to, protect your identity. Anyway, these. Let's see. We got this ring here. Helps you to walk on sand and not leave any footprints behind. This staff is a coil crook. You can cast rope trick with it once a day and turn it into a rope. That's fun. He shows you a hood and cloak that looks almost like fish skin. Not scaly, more like shark skin.
Interesting.
And he said, "Oh, this also gives you a swim speed, and it turns your teeth into like razors. So you can bite things, and if anything tries to grapple you, it just it cuts it up. It's fun.
Is that only for humanoids?
It can be worn by any humanoids, yeah.
Okay. I
Um,
think I'm old.
There's another ring here that once you attune to it, it alerts you to the presence of certain creatures. You immediately know that they're close to you, and it gives you advantages against being charmed or frightened by them.
What kind of creatures?
Let me think. I think it's like you get to choose one.
Like fiends and shadows?
Fiends or celestials or aberrations or something like that. Yeah,
One a day or
How much is
one
that?
for the rest of your life?
like forever.
Wow.
This here's 150 gold. It's called the Ring of Seething. And as you look at it, it's a silver band that has cracks through it. And there are pieces of it broken off that actually float around it. It's not attached, it's just floating. And it's a little warm. He said you can kind of see a bit of a glow from it. It says warm to the touch, won't burn you though, but when you get close to whatever the type of creature it is, it immediately begins to get hotter so that you know one of these guys is around.
So, how close?
I don't remember. You have to ask Veer.
And any creature, like a dragon or a doppelganger or something.
No, it's
weird.
only certain types, which
Gotcha.
I'd have to look up and tell you, which I don't remember.
Okay.
Um,
Think about
oh, this is fun. And he shows you, the mermaid ear piece you have?
Yep.
There's one that's very similar, shaped like a dragon.
Ooh.
This is called the Dragon's Call. You immediately learn Draconic, and you get bonuses against ability checks in dealing with dragons.
Wow.
So it's +1 against any charisma, intelligence, or wisdom-based ability check with dragons.
Let me guess. 500.
350.
Ooh.
Um,
We should do
325 or 315?
This one, he takes the from behind the glass and puts it on his face. Is called the Vox Helm. It changes your voice. Ho 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 ho. Takes it off. So yeah, that's fun. You can change your voice to whatever you want.
Cool.
This is one of my favorites. These are the boots of the Cloud Jumper.
Ooh.
And there's like wisps that kind of go off of the boots.
This place is awesome.
And there is, he says, you can jump and then in midair, jump again. It's super cool.
Dude, she needs those.
Veer let me test it out. It's kind of fun.
Get up the hill.
No, I
What
agree
is
with
that
you.
one called?
Boots of the Cloud Jumper.
So it's a double jump.
Double jump.
Yeah, she needs that.
That's 450 gold.
It's worth it.
This one was just traded to us by a tax collector. It's called the Battle Tax. It's a +1 axe that when you hit something really, really
This
hard,
is awesome.
when you hit something really, really hard, you get money out of nowhere. So basically when you crit with it, whatever damage you do, you automatically get that in gold instantly.
Nice.
in your-
That is
in your
awesome.
pocket.
What?
Can you wield it?
It's like a Diablo weapon.
I know. That's, the minute he said it, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I can use any
And
weapon.
that's 900 gold.
Oh, okay. Well, no.
It'll pay for itself.
It's a +1. That's a
Right?
+1 for
Plus
900.
one, yeah.
It's the only thing that will.
That's pretty good.
Man, if we had a barbarian
That's
with
actually
that,
really
could
good.
you imagine that?
You don't have to. You
What if
only
we-
have to
what if we
crit
kill
like 20
someone?
times to pay for it.
This one here is the Amulet of Equilibrium, and it's a kind of a 3-pronged amulet where there are circles that kind of fold into each other, and it all kind of, there's a balance to it. This if you do cold, fire, lightning damage, this helps you to increase the damage output.
What?
And that's
How
600 gold for that one.
How much does it increase it by?
You need these boots of
So
cloud
basically, it has
Cloud or
3 charges a day,
Cloud.
I think, 3 charges.
What does that do?
And
Double
jump.
jump.
you can
And then
choose
jump
to re-roll
again.
damage dice by using the charges for any of those types of damage.
600
How much
gold,
is
you
that
said?
for that one?
This here, and you see a
3,
cloak
15.
with made of pink petals.
No.
That's just constantly kind of streaming petals. You know the in Japan, you know the pink petals that
Yeah. You said
are
cherry blossom.
Yeah.
the cherry blossoms. It's like that constantly. It says this is called the petal dancer. When you put it on, you immediately learn druidcraft,
Ooh, that's a cool
and
spell.
any opportunity attacks against
You
you
should have it.
are made at disadvantage
Ooh, that's pretty nice.
if the creature can smell, because
What?
it's distracted by the beautiful
Imagine
aromas.
Hold wearing that.
How much is that?
That's 1,000 gold.
That's a great
That's a
item.
cloak of what?
That's the petal dancer
That's a
ward.
really good item.
Yeah, that's really
Here's
nice.
another one, another ear cuff, and this one's in the shape of a bat. This one helps you to make perception checks when you try to hear stuff. And you have advantage on checks made with hearing when you are attuned to it. And you can roll a d4 +1, I think, or +2. And whatever you roll, you can add that to your check. You also take that damage in necrotic damage as it bites into your ear
Ah,
to amplify it.
that's pretty cool though.
That's 200 gold.
You lose an ear.
Here's an inferno rope, and he has a rope that's kind of smoldering. You can set the rope ablaze and put it on the ground, and anything that passes through it takes damage. Kind of fun.
That could be useful. How much is that?
350.
How do you turn it off?
It lasts for a minute once you activate it. These are the bands of the found and lost. It's a matching pair, and they always point to each other. It's 50 gold. I like these ones. These are the Iron Shod Trotters. I've worn these. They add 10 feet of movement to a dash action, and you can polymorph into a horse once a day. That's fun.
Vincent.
Polymorph into a horse?
I am no horse.
Oh, this is a Seafarer's jacket. It gives you a swim speed. It makes you proficient with navigator's tools, and you can cast Fog Cloud once a day. That's fun. It's 500 gold.
Yeah.
Navigators?
This is a candle of anti-light, and it shows it's a dark black candle. And it will burn for up to 1 hour until it's gone, and it emanates darkness from it. Snuffs out all the light. Ooh, here's the most expensive one in the shop. Currently, he's working on some other stuff too, but this is called a Phoenix Arrow. It's a +1 arrow that deals fire damage, and after you shoot it, it poofs out in flame and then reappears in your quiver the next turn, 6 seconds later.
Whoa.
That's pretty cool.
How much?
What?
2,000 gold.
I don't think Ragnar has it.
Like,
We don't share.
question. Shoots it, appears, shoots it again, it would appear again?
6 seconds later, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So basically, mechanically, you'd have a +1 arrow that
Even if you
Every
miss?
round.
A returning.
Once
ev-
around.
once around, yeah.
That's really good.
Even if you miss the target, it
freaking
comes back?
awesome. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I think that would be
This here is a star metal ring. You can bond it to a metallic object, and then you can call it back to yourself from up to 40 feet away.
Sure.
How much is that?
That's 300 gold.
The star metal ring,
Yep.
like a ring on your finger.
This is a. He shows you a plushy little bird doll, like a. I forget what those stuff.
Like a Furby?
Mm-mm.
What are they?
The little ones.
The beanbag ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, that everyone thought were
The
going to
Beanie Babies?
Beanie Babies?
Beanie Babies, yeah. This is called, Veer calls this the bird of a feather. This is his favorite. Basically, you can gain a flying speed as long as you hold it.
Excuse me?
But if you get hit while you're flying, you immediately lose concentration and fall. It can only make up to 200 pounds fly as well.
A flying hold would be pretty crazy.
How much is that? How much
I
is
gotta go
that?
on a diet.
That's 300 gold. And the last one here is, he shows a very fancy dagger. This is the dagger of the ogre mage, or Oni, but
What?
none of them are around.
No,
So
no.
this is a +1 dagger, and you can add 3 cantrip scrolls into the hilt and be able to cast them at will.
How much is that?
That's 1,200 gold.
Morthos, I might help you with that one.
I can buy it on my own.
So you put scrolls in it and you can just cast them whenever?
Only
But if you want to help
only
me, I am more than
cantrips.
willing.
Only cantrips.
Dude, a cantrip on a scroll, it doesn't cost that much for someone to write it down. That's crazy.
That sounds like
That's everything in the shop.
How much for that dagger and the shawl?
The dagger of ogre mage and the
Shawl of darkness, or
The shadow shawl?
shadows, that one.
would be a total of
You already have like plus
1,700 gold, less 10%.
Absolutely.
So it would be 1,530.
Why do you have more of your stuff though? You already have like a...
That doesn't help with stealth. It just keeps your face hidden at all times. And
I'm not here.
yeah. Do you want to
That's
be?
only $50.
Is there anything here that you would be interested in?
The boots that make me jump pretty high sounds pretty cool.
Okay.
But I told Holt he could buy them for me and I'll pay
Yeah. So we can work that. So.
You said it was 1,700, and then
Nobody's
you
gonna
get the
buy it till
discount
next
to
time
be
you come.
minus 170,
Yep. So 1,530.
1,530. Eli, loan me 300 gold.
I owe you 300 gold
No, I said loan me. I will pay you back.
with interest.
Sure, I'll take it.
Did I gotta get that scholarship cap? Oh, we don't even know how much that is. The
Anything that you
scholarship
want the price for?
Scholar cap.
100 gold.
Jeez.
cap. It's a good deal.
You have to attune?
So the way that I'm working this with you guys, if you recall, is I'm not following the 3 attunement rule. You'll have to attune to it, but you each get 1 head slot, 1 neck or cloak slot, 2 hand slots, which can either be rings, shields, weapons.
Unless it's me and I only get one.
Well, you could still do
bracelet.
that. You get an armor slot, a feat slot, and then a miscellaneous slot. So, for example, Eli and all of you, you all have right now the black badge as your neck or cloak slot. You could shift that to a miscellaneous slot, but that's currently where it rests.
Right.
So Eli, you have the black badge as your neck slot, Aeon Brio as your left hand, the Ring of Protection as your right hand, the Sentinel Shield as your armor, and the collar as your miscellaneous. So you currently have a feet and head slot open, otherwise you'd have to switch stuff around.
I have no
So we're
attuned
counting the
items.
sword as a
Yes.
attuned. Oh, because of the shagreen.
There you
Yeah.
go. Shawl.
And just all the other stuff that comes with
None
it
of,
generally.
none of these things are attuned.
So, Eli, you currently have Vincent, you have the earpiece on your head slot, the black badge as your cloak, your neck, the Fernian Ash on your staff is the right hand,
Uh-huh.
and spellwoven robes are your armor,
I'll swap
and then the
shields.
spellbook is a miscellaneous.
Okay. Can I
So-
still get the gloves?
Yeah, that would be for your right hand, basically.
Okay, yeah, I'll get the gloves.
So you're getting the Fireweaver gloves?
Yeah.
So that would be 225 gold with the discount.
I want the boots.
So mark off 225. Okay. Sola, you want the
Cloud jumping boots.
cloud jumper boots.
That would help me, like, if something's flying, I could jump and then hit the thing that's flying and slow fall down.
Mm-hmm.
We encounter a lot of flying things.
Okay, so cloud
Yeah.
jumper boots. Let me find them here.
I just wanted to make sure I could do what I wanted to well. And
That's 400. That would be 405 gold.
It reveals its true size. Its true
Okay.
size light.
Are you sure? Because I thought that was only invisible things.
He's got the card.
Anything else?
You don't happen to have anything that helps a smith, do you?
I'm sorry. Vera hasn't made anything of that.
Okay.
I will buy that shawl.
Shadow Shawl.
The Ring of Seed.
450 gold with the discount.
Yeah.
I got the boots.
Do I have something taking up my boots? My feet?
Eli. Nope, your feet are open.
We can always swap them off anyway. You get unattuned to things.
Should we pool our money and buy Rygar the arrow? It's +1 arrow, right?
Plus
That
one
arrow
arrow.
needs to be purchased, but I'm not putting
Morthos,
money
did you
for
buy
it.
the dagger?
There's 1,200 gold.
I am.
The
300
arrow is
short.
2,000.
2,000. Somebody,
Here.
he needs to buy that, but we can't afford it.
Alright, I'm buying the dagger too.
Alright, so the
dagger's
dagger of the Ogre Mage would be 1,080.
Wait, so he didn't buy that, right?
Eli
Somebody
gave me
traded it.
300 gold.
Okay, mark off 300.
You said 1,080.
Yep. So Morthos.
Morthos.
Now Morthos,
How does that work for
you
you?
currently have 3 daggers now.
Okay. Am I not allowed to have 3 daggers?
No, you are, but
The one has
Well, I
the
have 2
four-
that I don't even have to carry.
right. So you have the Mephit Shard dagger and the Biting Blade.
Biting blades.
The Biting Blade you don't need to attune to,
Right.
but this one you do need to attune.
Sell the method shard. It's magical. See what you could get for it.
That's the only thing I have that does magical damage though.
That's true.
But don't you have?
This one does map.
So this
Clearly-
one does magical damage?
It's a
Clearly.
+1 dagger magical. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I will be looking to get rid of the other one.
Yeah.
But then you won't
And
have a
whatever
little
you
friend.
get, you give back to me
He's got the other thing.
until we hit 300.
Would you be interested in this
Yeah.
dagger?
Let me get beer. Well, let me see what you got there.
It's that other something method than
Ooh, that's
fighting.
unique.
It turns into a method. A nice method.
Show me.
Frost.
Method appears,
And
kind of perches on your shoulder.
yeah. It's pretty cool. Just don't piss him off.
See what you did there. Hey, well, I'll give you 200 gold for it.
Nah, I'd rather keep. I'm kind of fond of him.
Okay.
He's worth more than
Suit
200 to me.
yourself.
Make it 3 and it's a deal.
It's not that fun.
Roll persuasion.
With advantage, because I want my money back.
I don't like being in debt. That's not gonna do it. Persuasion. That's an 8.
Don't you get +2?
200.
Because of the lock patch. So it's a 10.
Oh, so be a 10.
What is-
Or no, it's a 1.
What does that do again?
What's that?
What does your ice method dagger
He
do?
can
250.
250.
I could use a dagger.
No, give it to Vinny. For
Vinny,
200
have
give
an
me
owl
300
and a
gold to rejoice.
Don't I get a discount, friend?
275 for you.
We'll see.
All right, how
I am
much?
keeping it for now. I will pay Eli back.
Aye, very
Although I don't
good.
think I could use it anyway.
How much was that frog ring?
Slot it out.
The swimming and jumping ring?
The Toadstone,
Yeah, that was the first one you showed us.
500 gold.
Holy McMoly. What kind of jumping does this thing do?
You cast the jump spell 1 time a day.
I can jump really far with a jump spell.
Probably ever further than
Like
ever
50
needed.
feet I can jump with a jump spell.
Jumping over
And
gorgeous.
swim, what about the swim speed?
You gain a swim speed equal to your walking speed.
Wow.
I want the
And the ring of seething.
The
There's
ring, yeah,
150
someone just sold me this. It's 150 gold.
It is advantage on charm from some type of creature and I can
I'll play
find
it.
them.
Find a creature.
And it gets hotter if they get some kind of creature like that gets closer.
Yeah, let me find it in a second.
So if I choose something like Fiend, is this guy gonna set it off every time he wakes up in the morning?
So all of these items, by the way, you can go to the Griffin's Saddlebag, aptly named, on Instagram or on Patreon, and he makes new ones just about every day. He has over
Awesome.
250. They're amazing. I have only chosen here primarily common and uncommons, but he has rares, very rares, legendary artifacts. It's pretty cool, the stuff that he makes every single day. So the Ring of Seething would encourage you to go and check him out. And hey, be a patron, get access to all of his items. So I'll read it to you. This black band is cool to the touch and has several cracks throughout its otherwise smooth body. When you attune to the ring, choose a creature type: aberration, celestial, dragon, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead. While wearing the ring, its normally cool band begins to grow hot when a creature of the selected type is within 60 feet of you. In addition, you have advantage on any saving throws you make to resist being charmed or frightened by a creature of that selected type. While seemingly radiating heat, it feels only warm against your skin. Small flecks of the metal hover just above the surface of the ring when glowing in this way as it heats up. Here is
And that amulet?
kind of an image of it.
Wow.
What was the amulet of what?
The frog one?
No.
Equilibrium.
Equilibrium.
Yeah, equilibrium. What does that do again?
The Amulet of Equilibrium.
You re-roll a roll 3 times a day of some sort of damage, like ice, fire, lightning, I think he said.
We encounter a lot of fire damage.
What is the extent of... Did you buy those gloves already? The fire gloves?
Yeah, I bought
He
it.
did.
Never mind.
You buy them off me for
Um,
500.
The amulet has 4 charges and regains 2 expended charges each day at dawn. Whenever you would deal cold, fire, or lightning damage to a creature with an effect that targets only that creature, you can expend any number of charges to re-roll that many of the effect's damage dice.
Hey Sean,
Yeah,
I'm gonna buy the Found and Lost bands.
45 gold, please.
Thank you. Are you gonna
Yeah, I'll get cards for all of these
Are you
made
gonna
up.
make it on here, or should I put it in?
I'll put it in there too.
Okay.
Well, so the frog thing is 300, huh? So 270? Yeah.
No, the toadstone is 500 gold, so it would be
Oh.
450.
Toadstone, and it's just a stone?
I'll show you.
And it's jump once a day, right?
And swim speed.
All the time? Or swim speed once a day?
Here's what it looks like.
Cool.
Okay. And this small jade carving of a frog dangles from a simple cord of leather to be worn as a necklace. While you wear it, you gain a swim speed equal to your walking speed and can hold your breath, irrelevant for you, for up to 1 hour. In addition, you can cast the jump spell using the necklace, targeting only yourself. Once the necklace has been used to cast this spell, it can't do so again until the following dusk.
Dusk. It's pretty handy. I mean, right now I can't swim my way too much. Would that allow me to... Do you think that would let me swim? Actually swim instead of just walking on the bottom of the lake?
Aye, that's what magic will do.
Yeah, I have to have that. It's not going to work otherwise.
You can wear the shark razor mantle. That'll give you swim speed as well.
How
Or
much-
the seafarer's cloak.
Seafarer's cloak. What's that?
Seafarer's jacket.
Oh, does that the one with the navigator's tools and all that?
That's 500 gold as well.
Yeah, but the jump is cool. And what's that? Fog cloud?
Fog cloud.
Fog cloud? Fog
Super
cloud.
practical.
Best
Navigator's
spell
tools.
in the game.
Navigator's
Especially
tools.
when
You
Fighters-
could be
fighters
Captain
swim speed.
Metalman, huh?
Swim speed. Cloud.
Hold, you said, right? Captain Hold.
Hold. There's a nice ring to it.
Only to you.
I have thought about it enough. If you want it for 200, I will sell it.
Done. Okay, add 200 back.
Thank you.
So Eli, you're still owed 100.
100.
And I have the method shard dagger back.
I'm gonna see it in the shop for
I realize that
750
it's all
next week.
Yeah.
Hey, Veer,
Yeah. Two.
Hey.
could you create something for me?
Yeah.
If I commissioned a project.
Perhaps it'll take time though.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
I have a dog at home, a Rottweiler.
Aye.
I would like to get inserts that would make his bites magical damage.
I could do that. Like magical dentures?
Yes.
To replace the teeth or fit over them?
Fit over. I don't want to rip his teeth out.
No root canals then, eh?
No. You ever had one?
Bugger.
It's terrible.
Hey, well, I think I could.
What do you think something like that would cost you? Cost me.
What kind of damage would you want to do? Just pure magic or like an elemental? Force damage? What do you want?
What about force damage?
I had to be more expensive.
I know. Let's hear what we're thinking
I
first.
think I could do that for like, ooh, those mutations, magic missiles, had the math. Probably 800 gold.
It's not bad.
Question for you.
Aye?
Would you expect all of that now?
No? Half?
Half?
Aye?
How much?
800 gold total, so our dog can bite force damage. Would that be force damage all the time?
Aye?
Would radiant cost more?
About the same.
Couldn't the dog wear the shark cloak and then he'd be doing magic damage?
I asked, it's only humanoid.
Sounds like fun.
How long do you think it'd take?
Oh, a couple weeks.
Yeah, we can't wait.
No. All right. Keep that in the back of your craw. We're going to be going away north for a little while, so I don't think it's practical for me to be able to come back and pay the other half and get it.
Or is there something we could find to help make some of this stuff for you?
Well, any materials he can supply will help reduce cost of making things.
Anything
So-
you're working on now that you're looking for materials for?
Well, I kind of gather material and then make out of it what I find and can. So, don't have anything specific, but if I have adamantine, I'll make some adamantine armor with the forge. If I have,
Stalrim?
you know of Stalrim?
I have Stalrim.
Ooh, are you selling it?
I would like it to be attached to me somehow.
Is it refined then?
Oh no, you can refine it.
I don't have the means to refine it. That would have
That's
to be.
why I needed an item for blacksmithing so that I could do things like that.
Aye, that would take
I'll
a very hot forge, which I have not.
Hmm.
Okay, we're working on it.
What do you need for a hot forge?
Like if flaming ruby.
An elemental gem would do it, or coals from the nine hells, or something of that nature.
I have a question for you.
Aye.
What if we could find an elemental gem or these coals? Would you pay to use that?
Well, it's a one-time use. So once you light it in the furnace, there it burns.
Okay.
So if you have one, I'll buy it. Sure.
Let me confer with some people.
How much would you buy that for?
700 gold.
I'll give you 700 for that, yeah.
Do you have it?
I thought we had to
Or
go
we
to
can
the
just use it later.
furnace and
We do.
the Inferno furnace.
Anything else?
Yeah. The star metal, is that a ring for the hand?
Aye. And so
Where else were you thinking that would go?
you
I didn't know if it was a ring or if I
You-
could put it on a
you
chain or a
attach it-
wrist or.
you essentially meld it with a metal item, and then you wear the ring,
Yeah.
and you can call the item to your hand.
I really
Yeah.
want that.
Well, I see. I got this ring here of absorption,
Oh, it's a nice piece.
and it's nice, but well, I want to
I'll
buy a
trade
few
you
things.
straight up.
I want to buy a few things. Well,
Do you need to think?
I would like the star metal ring, the returning ring, the frog amulet. But my question is, can you turn this frog amulet into something else? Like, it's just I can't have frog dangling on my neck here.
I'm sorry, it is what it is. I didn't make that one.
I think you could.
It was sold to me. Well, I traded an item for it.
Frogs are majestic creatures, just like you, subaltern.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have a tie-dye bandana, a frog amulet. My hands are gonna be loaded in rings.
Hippie.
All right, I want the star metal ring, the frog amulet, and then the ring of seething.
Oh wow. Okay, so star metal amulet.
I don't have any attunement items on me except for that badge.
You have a ring.
None of these are attunement rings.
So hold.
Items. None of-
Hold. You have on the chroma cloth on your head.
Only sometimes.
You have bestial comfort.
Oh, but wait, none of these are attunement items.
The ring of absorption is attunement.
None of these say it. I didn't think I was attuned. Oh, no, it doesn't say it. Oh, allows its attuned wearer. I see that.
That's weird.
And bestial comfort is, which I didn't give you that.
What is bestial comfort? Oh, the other glaive?
That's the other glaive, as well as the
Other
the
glaive.
curse. Was it the curse glaive, bane glaive?
Bane
Bane
glaive?
glaive. That's attunement as well.
Hold on. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm unattuned to the animal one. Since I am attuned to the Bane glaive now.
So
Okay.
does that change your decision on all those rings?
No, I want them all.
Okay,
I can swap attunement rings every night.
you can. It only takes an hour to change.
Yeah.
All right.
Takes an hour to
So
change your ring. My
the-
goodness.
toadstone is 450 gold.
Yeah, so 855. Does that sound reasonable?
Let me. So 450 plus the. Oh, I skipped the funeral marchers. That's a good one too.
Uh-oh, what's that?
So when you are knocked unconscious, if you're wearing them, you are not knocked prone. You stay standing,
Unconsciously standing?
and after you roll a death save, you can walk 10 feet in a direction of your choosing.
Oh, it's like a zombie.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's so
I am
helpful.
often unconscious.
How often? How much is that one?
That's
Seems like
200
we should
gold.
target that.
No.
Okay, so the ring of seething was 150. Toadstone is 500, so that's 650.
I'm often knocked unconscious.
And then the star metal ring was 300,
Yep.
so that would be 950 minus
mortality.
95, so that would be basically 850.
Yeah.
855.
You can go
Yeah.
through the ring
Deal.
of healing or walk towards
Done.
Mosine.
Okay, got a bunch of things. I like shops.
Beer. What can you do with dragon scales?
Well, I can make lots of things with them. Arbor. Can refine them down to powder and create potions.
What sort of potions?
Mostly resistance to whatever element with the corresponding type. So if you have a red dragon scale, I can make a fire resistant potion. If you have a
Brass.
brass, is fire resistant if I remember properly.
Okay. Well, did you want to do anything with these brass dragon scales?
Oh, I would love to use those in the forge.
Okay. All right.
And maybe partner with this guy to
Oh, hold.
put it on my arm shield.
I found out what this is.
What?
We'll talk later.
a pretty gem.
Yeah.
All right.
Anything else then?
That'll do.
We should get him to do something.
I'll come back for those chompers when we get back.
Hey.
You have that
Hi.
many brass scales?
Yes, we took it.
All right, so you guys are finished up with the shop there. Are you gonna make your way to Zoblobs and all the other magic items?
We kind of have to.
We spent all our.
Oh yeah, we have to go to Zabla.
Yeah.
20,000 gold.
He's probably has like a half off sale.
No,
too.
he will be robbed if he doesn't give it to us. So let's go.
Okay, so you make your way. I'm assuming you go the back alley
Yeah.
to Zoblobs. You make your way there. I need everyone to roll a stealth check.
Oh. Ready?
20.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Nice.
Not crit.
7.
7. 2.
2. Deuces.
22.
22.
Unnatural 20.
All right, so the natural 20 is worth 2, and you have 2 successes versus 2 failures, so you guys make your way in there. You get to Zoblob's shop, and he's there, the long chin and kind of smoking the pipe, the Svirfneblin, the dark gnome, has his eyes closed in this room, this shop with purple painted everywhere, sitting cross-legged, smoking his pipe with the purple eyes painted on his face and the lavender smoke kind of wafting throughout the room. He hears the doorbell jingle and he looks up at you and he says, "Ah, hail and well met. Ah, my friends, I've seen you around. What can I do for you?"
Zablob, I hope business is fine with a new shop in town.
Well, business is fine for me.
We would
I actually
never
have a bunch
abandon-
of new items.
We would never abandon our old friend Zablob.
Hey, hey,
What do you have?
well, since we've done business before, I'll just get right to the good stuff.
Thank you.
In addition to all the
Oh.
old things,
We also have this.
ah, Vajra, eh?
Yep.
Okay.
Just keep that in mind.
So I have these fancy lockpicks here. They can't be broken.
How much are those?
It's 400 gold.
You drive a hard bargain.
They also add +1 to your
I have 3
lockpicking
sets
skill.
Anyway.
A +1
Yeah,
to
a
lockpick.
what?
+1 to your lockpicking skill.
That needs a +1.
Oh gosh, everyone needs
I
a
have
plus
the
everything.
an abundant supply of magical ink, so I'll sell you 500 value for 300.
That sounds good. I don't know if you heard, the Griffin saddlebag is just opened.
No, I haven't heard. What is it?
Seems like a competitor to you.
Ah, well, we all have ways of getting our items.
And with the
I'm
dock ward being dock ward gangs, you must see a little bit of less foot traffic.
Sure.
Rub it in, Sola. Jeez.
I'm just trying to get a discount.
I know what you're doing.
Yeah,
So
me
does
too.
everyone else in the room.
So the magical ink, I have some new Ioun stones that came in.
Oh gosh.
What are those?
You would know what they are. These are stones that wizards often use, and they kind of float around your head when you attune to them.
Oh, it's like a crown of
Yep.
stones.
This one here gives you 5 temporary hit points every day,
Oh, that's nice.
and this one here adds 5 feet to your speed.
Oh.
Just out of curiosity, how much are they?
400 apiece. These here are the boots of striding and springing.
Oh boy.
They give you a walking speed of 30 feet, regardless of what your walking speed should be. If you would have faster than, but like for halflings, it's good because it bumps you up. You can also jump 3 times farther than normal.
Son of a gun. How much is that?
350 gold.
No, I needed the swimming. I got the right item.
I have this cloak here that helps you to breathe underwater and gives you a 60-foot swim speed. It's the cloak of the manta ray.
It's a nice cloak.
I have this here decanter of endless water. It's fun.
That's actually How
Ooh,
much
I
is
have
that?
400 gold. I have some Dust of Disappearance, 3 packets, casts invisibility on a 10-foot radius on all creatures.
How much is that?
300 gold a packet, one-time use. I have here a rod, and he clicks into place and stays in midair. So that's an immovable rod for 300 gold. I have this ointment, which will heal you. Good stuff. And I have some oils. This one is an oil of etherealness, and this one's an oil of slipperiness. One-time use. I have this ring of swimming. Helps you to swim real well. Like, in the water, you can swim well. 400 gold.
Do you have to attune?
No. That one actually you don't. That's direct from the Dungeon Master Guide, DMG. I have this rope of climbing. You can command it to tie itself around an end, and you can climb it.
300 gold?
250. I have this fun little fan.
Rope of climbing and the rod are pretty
Wind
awesome.
fan.
Per month.
We don't have that time.
Can cast a gust of wind with it. I have this charm bracelet here.
How much is the fan, by the way?
250 for the fan. You can give yourself guidance once a day. That's what it does. So a D4 added to a skill check. And this medic's amulet. Whenever you heal someone, you get a little healing yourself.
What type of healing?
Dude, that's an invocation.
Like all types of healing, or
So
would
if
it
you
work for me?
if you heal someone with a spell, then you get 1 point of healing yourself.
So not my bloodletting.
No, that's not a spell. That's your.
Innate.
I was just trying to see if I could get HP back.
Yeah, right?
That would be more for Melseem than
Got it,
anything. Yep. So there you go. Oh, and I got this really fancy rock here.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It's you can summon things with it.
What?
What does
Where
it
did
look like?
Where did you find that rock?
Oh, I just came about it.
How much for that rock?
1,500 gold.
1,500.
Mm.
How'd you come about it?
Can I see it?
I bought it.
From who?
It's behind glass, behind the counter.
Who'd you buy it from?
Some guy came and sold it to me.
Did he look like, I want to describe the foreman at our job?
No, not him.
Did he look like he should have a magic item?
There are plenty of people who come through these doors who don't look the part, and yet they have them.
Yes.
Did they say where they found it?
Said they found it in the North Ward somewhere.
Our
During
house.
an excavation.
You're selling stolen goods.
Oh, I don't know that.
I
I
just
do.
told you.
I mean, yeah, but sorry.
Right. How would you like your shop to be haunted?
That's what's going to happen.
I don't understand what you mean.
That rock belongs to a ghost. And it's gonna come for it.
Okay, well, I'll just set up the proper wards then.
I'm not sure if that'll work on this particular ghost.
Roll intimidation
Roll well.
with
I've-
advantage.
I've
I'll
got
give
my
you, I'll
arms-
give you
do you have
advantage.
fortunes left?
No, you used it.
Ah.
Come on.
It's only a -1. 18.
Nice.
All right, fine. What do you offer for it?
I just offered you a shop free of ghosts.
We could do 500.
I'll give you this nice ring.
What ring are you holding up?
The one from the noble.
Oh.
Hold. Look over here. Just look at me while they're conversing.
Mm.
You have beautiful eyes.
Oh, show me. Show me. Joe.
I will certainly buy that.
What's it do?
How much?
That's the ring for the Thornhold Noble, right?
No, not the Thornhold. This is the
Oh.
one, the ring from the Amfeld Noble.
Oh, the Amphale Noble. Okay.
Do you want me to hold this or do you want it?
I'll tell you what. You give me that ring and 500 gold, and you can have your stone.
Well, you're not gonna die.
Do
I'm
we
s-
have 500
well, hold on,
gold?
I just overheard something strange.
What?
Give me that ring and 500 gold, and I'll give you your stone.
The one you want.
160 gold.
Do we all have maybe
we got-
100 here?
We got enough.
We have them. It's the principle of the thing.
It's very much the principle.
The ring and 400 gold.
Roll persuasion.
Is that back to me?
Crit fail.
Deal stands. 5 in the ring.
How do you feel about thieves' hold?
We don't want the.
I like smashing glass cases.
Guys, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Let's be reasonable. He did nothing wrong. It was clearly the foreman or someone from our building crew that
We do
stole
not
it.
want this ring to be bought on us. It'll be more expensive to have to get it off of someone who will buy it.
So yes, here's also the problem. We
need
know
it.
what it can do.
Do you? Do you really know what it can do?
Why don't you tell me what it can do then?
It can summon fiends.
Then we know what it can do.
You sure you want that?
Nope, we just don't want anyone else to have it.
That's a good point. 500 gold in the ring, and it's yours, safe and sound in your
It's already
possession.
ours.
No, it's mine.
It's ours. I can prove it,
Have you?
and I will inform the guards very shortly. There
Please
will be a raid on
do
your ship.
have them come to the dock ward. I would love the extra protection.
Yeah, we will.
You know, nothing can protect you against the Brotherhood of Shadow.
Or the Zentarum.
I have no idea what you're talking about. The Zentarum. I piss on the Zentarum.
Mm-hmm. That's what happened last time when you were pissing your pants when we told you what we were doing.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Now Hold is angry.
I understand. Hey, big guy. Calm down. Calm down.
Roll perception.
Who?
This man does not deserve mercy.
Nat 20.
Not 20.
Yeah.
You see him because he's kind of sitting on his case. You just see him kind of reach behind his back,
What are you doing?
making sure you don't do anything stupid.
And I'm making sure you're not doing anything stupid.
Too late.
We're
What-
just having a conversation.
What did you just do?
Protecting myself.
If
500 gold.
Hold on.
And the ring,
hold on.
and you have your stone.
Do you give the people that you buy from protection from revealing their identities, or if I were to bring, let's say, a whole mess of construction workers here by their throats, would you be able to identify who sold that to you? You think, or would one of your magical cameras be able to do that?
I have a very good memory. And the eyes see everything. And he points to the 9 eyes that are painted on his face.
Yeah,
You recall that he has a thing for eyes.
yeah,
A bit eccentric.
yeah. Listen, I'm sorry I got mad. I'm still mad. I'm sorry that I did. I will return in a few months.
I can't guarantee I will still have the stone.
Or will we just get it?
Yeah.
It is 500 gold
And the ring.
in the ring.
Do we all have 100?
Yeah.
think
I have
everyone
the
makes-
ring.
I think Rhaegar's supply can be taken from at this point.
Rygar's not here.
Not seen.
He is. Melcine's not there.
Yes, but we have the Rygar share that he knows nothing about.
That is true.
It's 500 less now.
No, just 100.
You can split it evenly. Yeah, let's just.
I vote we just do it.
It's best to keep it out.
Now, do we
his
get
hands.
any type of discount because of we're friends of Address? They're off of that 500.
I already gave the discount in the price.
All right, do it.
So you're each marking off 100 gold.
Yep.
They're each on
100, 100, 100, 100.
Rygar's 100.
Rygar's down 100.
There you go.
All right, so mark Rygar down 100.
I have 20 more gold than I started the day with.
I have 100 more gold than I started the day with. But we didn't buy any like health potions or anything.
After all that income.
We're not done yet.
It feels like payday. In, out.
Yeah, seriously.
All right. So he hands the stone, and he
It better be the
reaches-
right stone.
As he reaches the stone out to you, his hand kind of passes through what looks to be a brief energy field. And he kind of drops it in your hand,
Hold
takes
his
the
hand.
ring, and pulls it back. All right. You want to buy anything else?
No.
I like dealing with you. It's always exciting.
Yeah.
I'm just walking out.
Farewell.
I flip them off.
Hail and well met.
You too.
Nobody's invented that yet.
Is this the right stone?
Waterdeep. Yep.
This is the stone, right? It's not like some
It is.
rock.
It is a stone.
That summons, and we're looking for a summoning stone.
Matthew, the door is right there.
We're gonna go back.
You've
we're
never
gonna go
seen it. You
test
don't.
it
You don't
and
know.
release
We're,
a
we're
whole
gonna go
slew
back.
of
We're gonna
things.
take it to Cherise and see if this is the one that she.
Didn't they describe it to us? Or you describe it to us?
Yeah.
Yes.
It vaguely matches the description, even though you've never seen it.
Freddy's there. Cherise is there. We're gonna go back.
You can certainly detect magic on it if you wish.
Yeah, but everything's magic.
Not outside his store, which is where I'm standing with it.
Fine.
We could totally become an evil party and trap
It-
good people in this plane.
It gives off a magical essence of invocation. I believe that's the summoning school of summoning magic.
What do we see?
Seems like this is the stone. We could check with Freddy, I guess, or
All right.
Cherise.
All right, so you guys are making your way out
If this isn't the stone, we're burning
I-
down
back
the shop.
to.
We gotta go back to the.
What time is it?
Our place.
It's about midnight.
Oh.
Yikes.
Really?
Yeah,
Do Justicars work 24 hours a day?
they do not.
Not this one.
So we'll leave out tomorrow morning.
Yeah. We'll start tomorrow. I want to take Zeus with
Yeah, we
us.
can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take a night's rest. You all attune to your items.
Did the Lost and Found, are those attunement?
Yeah.
I can't attune.
We can just.
To what?
I can't attune to them. Lost and Found bracelets.
Oh. Yeah, some
You all attune to your items.
We can. Just in case.
No.
Who did you want to tune it to?
I didn't put the ring on anything. I don't know.
So
what
did
to-
Two different people.
I don't know what to
Alright.
use
The
them
party.
on yet.
Okay.
Did Freddy verify that
The
that
star
is
medal.
the
Freddy
stone?
verifies that
Okay.
that is the stone.
Guys, we obviously know what this thing does.
I have a question. Do we
Should
give it to Nain? Do we give it to Vadris?
Do we
Or-
really want to give it to
So
anyone?
basically, once a day you can use it to conjure lesser fiends.
Or do we keep it?
Why don't we
Hear
put
me
it
out.
in the bag of holding for now?
We don't have the bag of holding on us
I know,
currently.
but the Rygar is at the house, so he's theoretically there.
Rygar was meeting us at the gate.
Right.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Let me hold on to it. I want to study it some more.
All right. Don't
Can
go
she-
crazy.
Can't you?
Don't go
Can't
crazy.
you use your mage hand to put it in the keyhole, lock the room, and then no one ever has to worry about this portal room again?
I think he has to
I don't
see
know how
it.
far away it is. Well, no, I mean, I have to be able to see it, but
Right.
as long as it's not more
It's
than
right
30
there.
feet.
You can see it. The pedestal was.
But you,
The
you
doors
have to
were
go
here.
through
You
the
had to
cloud.
enter the room
Enter.
to see it.
Yeah.
Remember, it's in a different.
And
Because
then
the,
it was
the
it was
cloudy mist.
recessed. It was recessed back into the wall that you had to go
So-
into.
Why don't you do it? You got mage hand, right?
No,
No.
Ugh,
I don't have it specifically because he does.
this is ridiculous.
All right.
You're
Let's
ridiculous.
hold
You
on.
could
to it.
use your owl.
Unseen
Go
servant.
in, sacrifice your owl.
Well, I could
Owl would die.
sacrifice.
You could bring him back, and we could close
He won't
it
die.
and close the portal forever.
Well, it's not a portal, it's a
The doors. We close the doors forever.
pocket
But
dimension.
it's not forever. We know how to open the doors.
Not with the key locked in place.
No, the key's to open the door once it's locked.
There's a pedestal inside.
Why don't we
Yeah,
just put
that's
it in
what
your
open
chest?
the
Right,
door.
and all you have to do is go through the.
We unlocked the
we
door by
unlock
doing the
door to get in.
riddles.
Right.
Correct.
You don't really know how it all works.
That's right.
So we're gonna hold on to it and
Give
study
that or
it.
give it to
We could
Master
put it in the
Hay.
blue alley.
Yeah,
That's a great idea.
That is a very good idea.
Give that
actually.
kind of power to Kylier.
He's
All right.
stuck in there.
You guys make your way out of the dock ward. Roll another stealth check.
Ooh, that's pretty crappy for me.
Eli,
14.
hold.
6.
6. Vincent,
It is 25.
okay.
Crit fail.
Oh,
14. I rolled 2.
14.
Wow, that's nice.
All right. So as you make your way out,
Almost crit fail.
you hear a
I'm so hungry.
piercing sound,
Oh, nice. Which one of us is getting hit?
and that is
Natural 20 on who?
a natural 20 on I don't know who.
The front person?
Soul is down.
But yeah,
68 hit points in one.
Shot on the other
I'm
hand.
dead again.
1, 2, 3, because you crit failed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 4.
Oh boy, now he's dead.
On a 25?
Yeah.
Dang. Alright.
That was a party check.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
Let's do this.
Hold, unfortunately, was kicking stones.
So was he not in there?
what?
He was
I
one.
was 1.
Oh.
I was
Sola
two.
was
I thought-
literally glowing walking down the road.
1,
I
2,
was.
3. Yeah.
Can I cast shields or I don't see it at all?
Did you crit him multiple times?
It was a natural 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean, we seriously don't have 1,500 gold to be.
We don't.
I'm gonna summon a fiend.
You don't have. You gave it to him.
Yeah, you gotta get off my corpse.
I'm going to.
And he's the one that's getting shot right now.
Yeah, so
That's
I'm gonna have to
great.
go stabilize him.
Yeah.
I'm taking the damn thing, summoning a fiend, and running.
How are we gonna control it?
I don't care. Let it be someone else's
Yeah, mine
problem.
attack does.
We'll
It's a
run.
a
lot
lot
of
of
dice.
dice.
I
Don't
can't
do that.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay. We'll have another fight after
Okay,
this.
here we go.
95 D8.
You only need 60 of it.
Oh no.
62 of it.
He'll make it 61.
I want to lose a hand.
Plus 15.
You're gonna lose a lung.
You only need one lung to survive.
He's already down to one lung.
That's 37 piercing damage to you.
Whoa.
That's just piercing? There's more coming?
No, it was just piercing.
Oh.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I fall. Like, I'm walking and then just boom.
Vincent goes down. The next attack is on Sola. That is 2 2s. They miss. The third attack is on Morthos.
I'm just like walking, smiling.
That is a 13. That misses. Fourth attack is on Hole.
This has happened. We're walking and you're
So proud that I'm stealthy.
Hole, that's a 21.
hits.
Party kill.
21 hits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we got Eli's our only healer.
That's
He can't cut himself enough to heal us all.
that is 15 damage to you. And Eli, that is a 21 and an 18.
Is it advantage or
They have two shots.
18 does not hit because of my new ring. 21 does.
Okay. So that is 19 damage to you. So mark that damage down,
I'm not gonna.
and we will pick up there next session. As you are ambushed in the alleys of the dock ward, by several figures clad in dark armor.
If this is the
Zan-
Zentarum,
We could say we're friends, but
I'm
if it's
gonna
the other
knock them
one,
off.
As you
Xanathar.
look
We're also
up and
friends.
look at them, it's definitely not the Zentarum. It is in fact the Xanathar.
we
Because
didn't
now we
build
work
their
with the
building.
Zentarum.
they could not possibly know.
I was gonna say they wouldn't know though,
It's been 8 hours.
and also
Yeah, they
And that half-orc's probably dead in the
Time out.
Blackwood's house.
Time out. So you don't think they have people looking at the Blackwood's front gate, watching you meet there,
We've
converse
been in there before.
with a Zentarum?
Well, you can discuss this afterwards. Thank you all for sticking around with us. Dakota, why don't you come on in here and give us a send-off?
Dude, you guys said hold on the mission, alright?
D.E.D. dead.
It's okay.
Bro, get out of
So,
here.
thank you so much for joining us again tonight. For those that
Oh,
got
sorry,
here late, thank
man.
you so much for participating and chatting with us. Real quick, it's Vincent's birthday at midnight.
Well, no, I wasn't born on midnight.
This is why we can't have nice
Yay,
things.
Vincent.
He's
So we just want to wish him a
unconscious
happy
right
birthday. Thank you so
Perfect
much.
birthday.
for
I died on my
Happy
birthday.
birthday,
Yeah.
he's
Rich.
dead.
Oh,
Well, you could be. It's your birthday even when you're dead. Like people still talk about their birthdays after they die,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah, let's have a
We'll celebrate
happy
you
party.
posthumously.
Post-mortem, yeah.
What are you doing?
It's a post-mortem birthday.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So we had multiple people that subbed and followed within the last bit of time. Just so you know, if there's a lot going on in the campaign and you follow or subscribe, it won't be mentioned on stream, but I will, thank you obviously, and then we'll mention it afterwards. If it's a quieter period, we might talk about it, but we do want to make sure that the immersion is not ruined when possible. The only time it will be ruined is specifically for bits that are towards the members that need to know it at that moment, in which case you'll hear me yell it or something.
Yep.
And for those of you that don't know, real quick, basic bit system, if you give 100 bits, you can give advantage to any of the members. If you give 500, you can give disadvantage to the DM. You can screw over the DM, because the DM is usually at advantage in a
Highly
type of
recommend
campaign.
it.
We recommend it. It's pretty cool. You get to hear a maniacal laughter on screen, and it says you screwed over the DM. We like that. We appreciate it. And for 777 bits, our special bit number, you get to give everyone, including the DM, but there's 10 total people. You get to give 10 people advantage. So one for him, one for the dog, and then the 8 other party members. Some of the party members don't get to show up when they have busy lives, but we still make sure that it works as is. And just so you know, advantages carry over. So if you give it over later in the show, it will carry over to the next session. It doesn't expire.
Yep.
So thank you, Rowan, for the sub. Thank you, Markgasm, for the follow. Bear Down 34 for the sub, much appreciated. And Parzival, we were talking in chat. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really
Parzival.
appreciate it. Yeah, good name.
Saw a movie about you.
Yep, it was a really good game spot actually.
It was a good movie.
So yeah, and thank you just so much for all joining tonight. If you have any questions, you can always hit us up on Instagram. We have LDR_DM, or is there no underscore?
Yep.
Underscore DM. He has his own account, and on this account, you're going to see a lot of really cool things coming up. You won't just see recaps, but you will also see new figures that come out, and a really cool feature that we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing giveaways. So please keep up on the Loot Guy Repeat DM's account, but also just watch during the streams, because we're actually going to be starting that very shortly.
Yep.
And there's going to be some great deals. So we will see you again, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, give or take 15 minutes. Who knows? So let's just say 7:15. Let's just start with that.
Very
So
good.
thank you so much for everything, and we'll have you again next week. And let's Loot Die and Repeat.
Yeah, thank you, Dakota. We really appreciate you being here and being a part of this adventure with us, and we look forward to continuing next week when we will loot, Rich will die, and then we'll repeat. Good night, everybody.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba.